It's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Wednesday, February 22nd, 2023, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App, $ ORION NWSF, or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got the Tulane Green Wave versus the #1 Houston Cougars. Live play-by-play and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. We're going to have tip-off here within probably about 15 minutes. I got Kentucky and Florida on right now just because that's the game prior. Kentucky is up by 6, 69-63 with 4:21 left in the second half. And I figured if I'm going to be doing the #1 team, I know Alabama is going to be on around the same time, and they're #2. They're on another station, so I might actually take a peek to see what they're up to. But since the NBA is shut down and XFL is shut down until tomorrow, I've had 3 days in a row to do some college hoops. And, you know, I've actually had a pretty good time doing each one, even though it was kind of limited for last night. But got to see Kansas and see what they were about. And I'm actually going to peep the #1 and the #2 team today. So that way I can kind of get a gauge, you know, is like Bill Self going to be able to, you know, do the unthinkable and go back to back with Kansas? Or does Houston or Alabama actually have a shot to win it all? So that's what I want to be able to see. Tulane is 17-7, 10-3 in the conference. Houston, though, at #1 in the nation, 25-2, 13-1 in the conference. I haven't seen Houston be this dominant or surprising or great or pub news, noteworthy. I haven't really had this vibe since I was like hella little, like, and when it was like Clyde Drexler and Hakeem Olajuwon, and obviously they made the Final Four push there. But I was like, I got to get a nice transparent graphic, you know, there in the corner. I was like, I got to be able to go there. And I was going to use the NBA studio, but I was like, no, I got to make sure I, you know, try to be able to find something that gives me that vibe. And it took me a while, but sometimes things just kind of fall together. And when you're doing the #1 team, you got to, you know, you got to look good out there. So I think that people that are Houston fans or college hoop fans, this is very easy on the eyes. And like I said, I got some good photos for y'all as well. And I assume this is going to be a drubbing and a blowout, but I did get some pictures. And, you know, this is going to be my 3rd game for college hoops in 2023. I just want to be able to get as many teams that are in the top 10 out of the way, if possible, depending on if there's an NBA game, college hoops, or XFL. We'll do like a vote probably. But I want to be able to try to see what's going on. So that way, if I do make predictions and try to help people make money on, you know, the March Madness bracket, I need to be able to watch myself. I can't just, you know, do it based off reading or seeing a couple clips, you know, on YouTube or Bleacher. So, but what I do know is Marcus Sasser is the man, 16.7 points per game. He's the main guy that's kind of leading the team, but I got a few of his other teammates as well. And there's a few more here of Marcus Sasser. So I imagine we're going to be calling his name quite a, you know, I don't know how often. I mean, this should be, I would assume, they show, I think the Vegas line, let me look at what it is. Vegas line's 15.5. So maybe 15, 16 points, maybe somewhere up to 20. But then we got Walker, all right, as his teammate. Then we got Juwan Roberts, another teammate. Tremont Mark, another one. Jamal Shed. So I got him too. And then we got Jalen Cook on the other side there for Tulane, the Green Wave. Only thing I know about him is he's averaging about 20 a game. So, you know, if there's other guys that step up, yeah, I'll definitely throw up a few more. But, hey, you know, I'm trying to get the visual experience. Sarah in the building, how are you? And, yeah, I got to be able to take a look at this. So I got to get my other link going here because I definitely have not watched Alabama one bit. Now, I've seen that they were #1 and then they dropped off, you know, a couple spots. And I want to see what the hype is all about. I want to see like what these two teams look like compared to like watching Kansas. When I watch Kansas, that's like watching Alabama typically in college football, you know, or maybe now Georgia. You just, you know, you know what you're getting there, and it's going to be pretty consistent as long as Bill Self is there and they're recruiting well. Now for North Carolina, Duke, and Kentucky, now they're all garbage. And they used to have great, you know, tradition, great records, but they don't get the recruiting because you don't have the same type of coaching staff, or Calipari is just not good enough. But obviously with Coach K not being there anymore, you know, that's a big hit for them. But I definitely need to I mean, if it's available, I hope it is, because I haven't watched Alabama at all, and I would love to watch them, but I don't know if they're going to have anything. Oh, I don't know if they do. Oh, I don't think they do. I might just have to flip the channel. That's brutal. Only NBA, college football, NFL, NHL, maybe some like UFC. Come on, man. 72-63 Kentucky. 4 minutes to go. I gotcha. There we go. I mean, it's, out of the 3, 4, or 5. Ooh, big alley-oop and flush. Wow, that was huge. Yeah, it's good that you finally found something. Sometimes you have to go through 2, 3, 4 jobs until you can find one that, pays good, has good benefits. People that you work with aren't like assholes or whatever. It's like a pretty chill environment, or you can work from home and work at the building, or maybe working at the building. Like I said, working from home isn't going to be for everyone. And it also depends on what kind of job it is, that makes you work from home. So it can be a good thing and a bad thing depending on the company or the equipment. And I know you had issues with that. Nothing worse when you're trying to work from home and they send you like a computer or mouse or programs or modem or whatever, and then it doesn't fucking work. Or it works, but it works like shit. 74-63 Kentucky. Well, I hope everything goes good. I took my mom to get her eye checked out after her surgery, and I picked her up. She didn't have the bandage on or the stunner shades that they make you wear after you have like an eye surgery or some type of, thing there. And and then we just went, and then I ended up going to the card shop, because there's 2 card shops in Oregon that have, one's been around for about 3 years, 4 years. And then the oldest one in Oregon is by the Beaverton Mall. It's been there for like, 40 years, like probably as old as me. And I didn't get to go to the one that's 40 years old. That's further. I'm going to go there probably sometime this weekend. But I told my mom, I was like, I'll drop you off. I'll pick you back up in a few minutes. I'm going to run to this card shop, as the doctor takes a look. And I was like, I need to find like Julio Bobbles or Griffey or Randy Johnson or Ichiro. And I looked in the whole store. I even had the guy go in the back of the store to see if he got anything new from anybody that dropped off. Nothing back there. But when I first walked in, I saw that Randy Johnson starting lineup, and I was like, oh, I got to get it. Even if the packaging is like shit, I was still going to buy it no matter what, loose or in the package kind of bent up. So, yeah, so my day's pretty good. It says it went through on your end. Okay. Let me, I don't know. Sometimes it takes a minute. But on mine, I don't see anything on my end. Okay, now it did. Now it did. I think it's because like when you click on the buttons, okay. Sometimes I think the app. I thank you. I appreciate that. $7 holla. I know sometimes I know with Joseph, Andrade. I worked with him, and he would send, and it would like delay. It's either on my end or your end or somewhere in between. With the internet or that we're on or whatever. And normally it goes through pretty quickly, but that's probably on me, just with the buttons. So thank you. I appreciate you. Sarah with a $7 dono to get us started. There we go. Actually, I'm a little upset that I can't watch the Bama game also, because I like to be able to spy on, if I have a chance to do something that most people don't do, which is college hoops until March Madness. And if I'm going to do it, I want to do it right. And I want to be able to get as much in while I can. And then, we'll go from there. Obviously, NBA will probably take priority unless the matchup is insane. And then on NBA side, XFL will probably take priority to NBA unless the matchup is good. Sacramento Kings and the Blazers tomorrow. So I might, do that. I got the Lakers and the Warriors, but no Steph Curry, right? LeBron's day to day. And then we also have XFL. So I think the NBA one would probably get me the most views, but I think the one that would be the most fun to do would be the XFL. So, even if I miss out on doing the Blazers against the Kings, it's like, that's going to be probably the least interest. I'm interested, but as far as there's not a bunch of Blazer fans on the channel. There's some, but let me know what you want to see. Paul Pierce. Okay, let's do it. What do you think about the logo in the corner in the background? You like it? A little different than the NBA, and it's sometimes I get lucky. I can find transparent stuff, So when you look at the transparent UH in the corner, it's not like like a circle behind it or a square. You know what I mean? It's just like it flows right into the broadcast. And I was like, ooh. I was trying to find, something Tulane, versus, and so I could get both logos. But I mean, sometimes it's tough finding things for things that aren't as popular. You know what I mean? Like, even though Houston is number one, I would imagine a majority of America, maybe they, took a peek, but most people don't really get in to college basketball unless you're a fanatic of like one team, like Kentucky or Duke or North Carolina or whatever it is, and you watch every game. But that makes you special because a lot of people don't do that unless you are super dedicated or you went there. You have a bond somehow, But the most people, I would say probably 90% of the people that are out there, they wait till March Madness and then they really get into it because they want to be able to, win money, bragging rights, and the games are exciting. It's like you never know what you're going to get, and everyone is trying their hardest. Not like the All-Star game that got the worst views in a billion years, and even they said the Pro Bowl, as terrible as the Pro Bowl is, it was lower than that. So we are losing every All-Star game now. NHL is going down. NFL Pro Bowl's garbage. They don't even do the game because it's terrible. NBA All-Star game, they don't even play defense. So now we only have the MLB. That's all we have left. So make sure we hang on to that tight and know that for all those people that bitched, with the commissioners and baseball this, baseball that, at least they're preserving the game of the old school America's game before football came around, where at least that they keep, things old school but good. They'll make some improvements. At some point we're going to end up having probably robot umps, which I'm not feeling, but at least I know that that's going to be fantastic because the home run derby is exciting. It never is boring. Never, never, never. And then obviously with the All-Star game, the pitchers and the hitters, they're always trying to win because if you get home field in the World Series, that's a big deal. So every organization should do something like that, but they're not smart. They're stupid. They try to conform into this younger TikTok generation, of changing things, making things fresh. It's got to be fresh. It's got to be new. It's got to be current. It can't be retro. But then the funny thing is, when you end up looking at all the dope stuff, clothes and jerseys, it ain't the shit that is out right now. The shit that is really a vibe is the stuff from like the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and then the 2000s. But the older, the better. 70s, 80s, 90s. That's facts. 74-70, Kentucky up by 4. Oh, it's so good. And let me get you some Paul Pierce here while we have time. And you know what's crazy? I'm getting more views on Twitter than I'm even getting on here sometimes. So at least that the people are watching on there. So, I mean, if I can start getting, 100, 200, 300, 500, 1,000. I mean, for Twitter, I mean, there's not usually, people don't usually get that type of views on, sometimes they'll have like little, previews, but for someone to have a whole show. So I'm hoping I can just, if I can build it, if I have to build it through Twitter, you know what I mean? If it's going to be difficult on this end, but just being able to put, things in multiple places, and then different eyes will be able to see the skill set and what we actually provide, and, what kind of great community that we have. And I don't know. It's 6:00, not everyone gets notifications, as we know. Some people are busy. Some people don't care about college hoops, but I'm not worried about it. We're going to be here for, if you got to dip early in a couple hours, that's fine. But I'll be here for about 4 hours and 30 minutes probably. We'll see how it goes. And let me get you some Paul Pierce for your dono. Not everyone is going to, be as committed. We already know who the people that are committed, that have that loyalty, and it's like, I know there's like plenty of other, things to do out there and channels and whatnot. But I mean, obviously we have a certain bunch that will continue to come, and some will drop in later. You don't really know people's schedules and whatnot. I mean, I wish we could just like immediately flood the gates, but slow but steady, slow but steady, and just keep, grinding on both platforms, and more people will see. And, eventually it's going to lead to something really, really good. So. All right. Appreciate you with your $7 dono, 93 to go to hit the first goal. And then we'll get to the next one. So we got 93 to go. Oh, look at that old school one. So I always try to be able to find stuff. Of course, if it fits the screen, it's going to look better. But HD, 4K, you just want to be able to find those gems. Let me see if I can find you one more. And let's go through the lineups here. Obviously, we got Marcus Sasser. This will be coming up here in just a couple minutes. 74-72 Kentucky with 1:12 left. And then we got Walker, Roberts, Mark, Sheed. And then on the opposite side, the Tulane Green Wave. What is a Green Wave? Green Wave? That's the name of, Green Wave. Okay. Tulane Green Wave, Jalen Cook. He's averaging 20 a game. So he'll be the X factor on their end. And let me see if I can find you anything Paul Pierce. Some of it's going to be undersized, but oh, wow. 76-72 Kentucky. But I'm really liking the transparent UH and then the background. I didn't think I was going to be able to find something like that. Ooh, look at that. Miles Simon there on the left, Arizona. Miles Simon. Oh, my God. Memories. That's just nuts. When you can end up seeing, like, people that, I remember, doing with the VHS. I still have the VHS of, like, a lot of the March Madness stuff. Rasheed Wallace and Jerry Stackhouse on North Carolina. Like, I still got shitloads of VHS stuff that has not been thrown out. I have some stuff I think got probably thrown out by me, but most of it, I tried to be able to save if I thought it was worthy. Some like Kobe All-Star stuff, All-Star game, NBA Finals stuff from way back in the 80s and 90s, and then obviously old like March Madness stuff, because I did love the NBA and college hoops a lot when I was a kid. So. There's one more. As we're waiting for the game to start. Oh, North Carolina and Notre Dame. That's a shame, though, when like Kentucky, Notre Dame, and Duke are all like trash, like when they used to be so good, but I guess all good things come to an end, and you can't really have great coaching forever. So.
Saved the day for Kentucky. Gators have to foul, and they're a little late getting out there. It's finally Reeves. And with 16.4 left, Kentucky will try to make it a 3-possession game. Kentucky has been pushed, and they've had to fight. That's okay in February. Expect it when you go on the road. Florida has played really well without Colin Castleton in their second full game without the kid. You look up Jacob Toppin now, Tom. His 11th.
Yeah, it still shows pending on my end. So I don't know what's going on that, because it hasn't actually like dropped, but it just says pending. But I imagine over time eventually it'll, for whatever reason. So 79-72 Kentucky, because usually when it comes up, I'll be able to see it in the spot, and it still shows you have that like $0 amount or whatever, and then it'll have that on like another side. So it says pending on my end, so it's something on my end, I guess. 80-74 Kentucky. 7 seconds left, and then we'll be transitioning into this game. Tulane versus Houston, and Houston is ranked number 1, 25-2, and I want to really see if they're the real deal. Can they beat Kansas in the tourney if they play each other in the Final Four? And what about Alabama? You're number 2. You're going against South Carolina that's 10-17, so I already know you're going to beat the shit out of them. You're 23-4, but I still want to be able to see, a game. I need to be able to evaluate for myself. It would be better if it was a little bit better of an opponent. Like at least with Tulane, they're 17-7, not South Carolina 10-17. Geez, that's terrible. So, but even with that being said, I mean, with Houston being 25-2, they have it Vegas favored by 15.5 for Houston. So I'm hoping it's closer than that, but if it ends up being a blowout, it's a blowout, and maybe Houston is maybe they are him. Maybe this is the team. I mean, it would be kind of cool to see someone new, like a Bama or a Houston win it all, something different. All right, baby. 2022 McDonald's All-American. Looks like they got themselves a little squad, and they got 5 guys that are averaging 9 points or more. So I tried to do a little due diligence. I mean, I'm not a expert, you know what I mean? But I'd have to do a little research. I'm not going to just go in and make it look all nice and but I feel that if I get into it more, then you'll get into it a little more. Then other people, you know what I mean? Like it'll get those people that are like on the fence, you know what I mean? That hey, it's not going to hurt to maybe watch a game early. There's no NBA. I mean, there is wrestling with AEW, but I'll watch that later, so. All right, where the fuck is this other game? Here it is, ESPNU. Yeah, North Carolina and Notre Dame. Now it's South Florida and UCF, so I got to wait for that. College basketball. It says streaming live on the ESPN app. The fuck is going on? I just want to watch the goddamn game. What the fuck is going on here? Trying to tell me I got to get it on the app. Lakers in 5. What's good? But I feel that, I can show my versatility by doing many, many different types of things. And again, there's one thing of just like, reading about it or seeing like a highlight. But if you actually do the grind and actually do games, of the XFL and college hoops, of course, I'm going to feel more comfortable with everything. And on top of that, it'll help me with predicting and, trying to relay that correct information, especially if you can help people win a little bit of cash flow. That's big facts. All right, so hopefully we'll get this game going. All right, I'm trying to look to see if I have another station that will. I'm going to ESPN News. I'm just going to click on all the ESPNs. All right, this is Alabama. Oh, Alabama's about to start.
Real steel. Find yours.
Gatorade Fit. Fitness.
Play fast, they can play slow. As you mentioned, very balanced set offensively and defensively. Crimson Tide will have it first. Working to our left or underway here in Columbia. Good crowd on hand.
All right, well, I got the Alabama game on right now. So this one is on a different station, and then I just have to wait until this gets going on the other one, ESPN app. All I want to do is just watch the damn Houston game, so. It's like, come on, man. End this already. I have to click on all the channels to make sure I get it here. All right, the game, the Tulane ESPN app. ESPN2, that's the Alabama game. So I'm just sitting here waiting in the fucking dark while they finish the other game, but I guess I can watch. What is this one? Temple and Cincinnati. God, they got all kinds of games. But I'm not going to be interested in just anybody. I mean, it's got to be a top 10 team. All right, well, I'm just going to watch Alabama for now until I can click over. Tulane 2, Houston 0. And this is just what I can see on the app while I'm watching Bama. 2-0 Bama on South Carolina. And then hopefully it'll click over when they're ready for me to get in. Yeah, for monetization and everything, bro, it's like, you can think that and you're doing everything that they're doing, but sometimes there are things that people are doing wrong, and you have to like look at all the information. You have to actually do reading and to see like what the terms are. Normally, to do that, you have to have X amount of hours watched, and they've been revising the amount, and you have to have like so many hours watched, and then a certain type of sub count. So if you don't have enough subs or if you don't have enough minutes watched, then they're not going to have you as a YouTube partner. So to be a YouTube partner and to get the monetization, really, which isn't that big of a deal. I mean, I don't really get a whole lot from that. And most of the 99% of what I make is through donations. So, but you have to be able to get monetized, I guess, to go through some of these other options, to be able to make money or, take the channel to the next level. So you have to look at the terms. You can always look that up on just, YouTube itself. Even Google might be able to provide what the new classifications are, but you have to have a certain amount of subs, and then you got to have a certain amount of minutes watched. And again, if you don't have one or the other or both, then yeah, they're not going to give it to you. 2-0 Bama. See, there you go. I just answered your question. All right, I need a 7-5 Tulane. God damn it, where the fuck is this game? All right, hold on. Why the fuck is North Carolina and Notre Dame on main ESPN? Stupid. This is ridiculous. You got the number one team in the country, and they have it like not even available to watch unless I click here actually on. Let me see if I can actually pull it up. I might have to pull it up just on the computer itself. Let's see if it actually. Fucking A. These stupid sons of bitches are just being stupid. So, all right, hold up. All right, I got to be able to mute this, and I got to turn. All right, can't have this on. All right, turn this down. I got it to work on my other app. I don't know how the hell this is working, but okay, here we go. This will be on the computer for me until I can go over and they switch it over after the other game ends. 7-5 Tulane. And I just want to be able to get a gauge on how great Houston is and how great Bama is. And I'm watching both right now. I want to know, can they actually beat Kansas? You know what I mean? And even if Kansas's team this year is not as good as last year's, the team that won the championship, we know it's very difficult to repeat on any level. But they have Bill Self. And so if you have a coach like that compared to like a newbie, oh, and one. Wow. Jawan Roberts. Okay. Alabama 3, South Carolina 2. Trying to be able to cover the number 1 and the number 2 team. It's tied up 7-7, 16:41 left in the first half. Yeah, but instead of doing, like other people's things or whatever, try to do you. You know what I mean? They call it YouTube for a reason, and like a lot of times people will try to piggyback off other people and what they had success on, but a lot of times, you have to be able to find something original about you that you like, that you can just be yourself, and then, it might not, like have a bunch of views in the beginning, and it might be really slow, and it might be a little depressing and give you some headaches, but as long as you're doing you, and being authentic, then it eventually, you keep doing that and stay consistent with it, then you'll be able to grow instead of trying to maybe do a trend or some other type of person's video or, or reuse content, things like that. So 7-7, we're tied up here. Tulane and Houston. Sold out crowd there in Houston as well. Tulane for 3. No good. Alabama 5, South Carolina 4. That one's on the TV. Jameson in the building. Oh, Sasser going in for the dunk. No good. How are you, bro? Trying to watch 2 games at once now, so. Okay, they say maybe ESPN 3. Do I have ESPN 3? I got ESPN 2. I got ESPN 2, ESPNU, ESPN News, ESPN, but I don't got the ESPN 3, so, but at least I have it on the computer, so. Morgan in the building. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot. Like I said, I'm trying to jump in. I've been doing college basketball, and I've done this is, I think, my 3rd game of this season because I just started, and I'm just trying to be able to get to know all the different players because you never know. Sometimes with some of the smaller schools, they can make a deep run. But what I do know is Jalen Cook is averaging 20 points a game, so I know that he's like the stud. So as I watch the game, instead of just reading or watching like a condensed highlight reel, me being able to watch for myself, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, they seem pretty competitive so far. So. And I got the Alabama game here on the TV. I have to be able to spy and scout and see what's going on with these two teams, Houston and Alabama, can they actually win it this year? And I don't even know if Kansas. I mean, Kansas does have a good team. They have good players. They have three studs in the starting lineup, but I don't know. You never know. Every year is different. It's very difficult to repeat. Yeah, we got a little bit of snow today here, but it didn't stick really. But supposedly we're in a winter warning advisory. It's fucking like almost March, right? So we're gonna have it from now until like 4 a.m. or 6 a.m. So we'll see what it looks like out there. I'm hoping that we get like a couple inches. I already got extra food and just drink and Gatorade stuff. So hopefully things will be good to go. Should be only like a day or two, something like that. Oh, nice. Yeah, I do Ducks games and stuff. Yeah, I usually go to the games, and I don't go all the time since obviously I'm full time on the channel and everything. But usually I try to get within the first 10 rows, either on the Duck side behind their bench or the opposite side. And yeah, I've been going to Duck games for I can't even tell you over 20 years. So yeah, but being able to see like LaMichael in person, DeAnthony Thomas in person, Mariota, Justin Herbert. I mean, it's pretty incredible. So it's like if I was going to go to a game, I try to go like if I'm going to go, I go like once a year, front row. And if I'm, I don't want to go 4 times and sit way up high. I want to make it like an experience, and that way I can like take someone and kind of break them in and give them that vibe. But obviously with COVID and everything, it's they kind of changed, with everything of the availability to be able to see the team and everything. But next year I'm gonna try to go to probably one or two. This year, the team was kind of hard to watch. I mean, Bo was good for us this year, thank God. And he should be one of the top 4, top 5 quarterbacks going into next year. Michael Penix Jr. from UW will be very, very good. Caleb Williams from USC will be very good. And we got Drake May from North Carolina, who might be the best one besides Caleb. So definitely excited for next year. Oh, that's awesome. I live here in Oregon, so obviously being Northwest Sports Fanatics, it's so beautiful here, man. It's like hour and a half, to the beach, 2 hours to camp, go to the mountains, snowboard or ski. You want to go downtown, see a Blazer game. Boom. You want to go see Beavers or Ducks, hour and a half away. I mean, perfect, man. 7-6 Bama up on South Carolina, 9-7 Houston. And I just have to wait until they fucking turn this on. But for now, I'll just watch it on the computer here. Tulane, floater. Nice jumper there by Cook. All right, Jalen, I see you. And it's all about preparation, especially, if you're not watching college basketball game in and game out, which not a lot of people do, unless you do have a specific, connection. It's kind of like hockey and NASCAR. It's like everyone's going to have their niche, but usually there's a reason. But college hoops was much better in the 80s and 90s than what it is now, but maybe this year will be the year where we get some like random champion, someone maybe like a Houston or a Bama. Ooh, nice block. Knotted up at 9. Tulane for 3, no good. Pushing the back, no call, and turned over. 14:55 left in the first half. I like Tulane's effort so far. It doesn't look like a 15-point blowout just yet. Oh, nice. Yeah, we do a little bit of everything here. We do the NBA, college hoops, NFL, college football, AEW, WWE, NASCAR, MLB. We do NHL when it's Stanley Cup, obviously playoffs. I mean, there's not really anything I don't do, honestly. I mean, if there's something that's going to be XFL, USFL, whatever. Cheney with the double. 11-9, Houston. Tulane is athletic out there, just got rejected, though. Nice block. Cheney with the block, running full speed down court. Give him the rock. Reward him. You always got to reward the big man after he gets a big block and he's hustling down the other end. There we go. Floater. Lefty. Nope. Up. Little volleyball action for the rebound. Out of bounds. Turned over to Tulane. Bama 7, South Carolina 6. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I watched a long time ago, but I can't claim a team. I already got too many other things I got my hat in, following and everything. It's a lot, but I got to see a lot of Gretzky back in the day, Mario Lemieux, Jaromir Jagr, Patrick Waugh. I'm playing all the games on Genesis back in the day. PlayStation, early PlayStation. Bama 10, South Carolina 6. Oh, wow, what a flush. Houston up 13-9. Now they're doing a little half-court press, getting a little bit more aggressive out there for Houston. Reaching called on Houston. Stolen. Fast break dunk. Yeah. Oh, gotta love the bullshit chants from the crowd. All right, can I get the Tulane Houston on this channel yet? I can't believe they still got this stupid ass South Florida UCF game, but it's almost over. It's like, how is that going to take priority? But they have like those deals in place that as long whatever the game goes, you have to complete it. With the TV thing. It's like, dude, it's the number one team, and you're a lot of the people in the country are waiting. Like, unless you actually have the app or you're crafty and you can pull it up like here. But I'm having to watch it on like, I have like almost all the channels too with like the program, and it's like the ESPN de Ocho. It's like you got to go further and further down. But I guess South Florida and UCF, which both teams are fucking terrible, is more important than this one. 13-11, Houston. Free throw by Tulane is good. 13-12, Cougars. And then I'll be able to watch it on the TV, and I'll be able to take this down. I'm going to peep Alabama right now, too. All right. Alabama is up as well. 13-12, Houston. They got a lot of aggressive athletic players travel. Turnover. See what kind of ball movement we have here with Tulane. Little isolation, baseline, up and under, no good. Good defense by Houston. 12:35 left in the first half. Cougars up by 1. Nice layup down the middle. 15-12, Cougars. Deep three by Tulane is no good. Come on, Jalen, take your time, bro. He's just getting trigger finger itchy. He's just take the time to wait for your teammates to get down there. Oh, off his ankle. Out of bounds. Yeah, it still has pending on my end. Eventually, it'll probably go through. I don't know what's going on. 15-12, Houston. Floater. Foul is called. It's going to the line. Okay, let me see if they're going to show it. Finally. No. 80-75, South Florida. Come on, South Florida, hurry up. Free throw is good. Nice job by Marcus Sasser. Three straight games with 20-plus points. Sasser, free throw is good. 17-12, Cougars. 12-10 left in the first half. Versus Tulane earlier in the year, he had 23 points. So that's their main guy they run their offense through. Nice pass, backdoor, turned over. Can't wait to watch this on the big TV instead of just here on the computer, but it is what it is. Timeout is called. 17-12, Cougars. All right, they're finally ending this other fucking game, so. Odin in the building. Yeah. Okay, because like she sent me something and I don't know what happened or whatever, and it says like pending, but it's like it shows that she sent. I can see and I replied, but it doesn't show it like in the bucket. So I don't know what's going on with that, but hopefully that'll. Yeah, I think it's the app. You know, we both pay our phone bill. You know, it's not like we have issues and then the phone just gets turned off, but yeah, they usually are pretty good though. I usually don't have too many problems on that end. So we got $7. We'll get to a hundo. 17. Oh, finally, I can turn this off. But at least this did come in clutch, and it wasn't like on a delay, like it was live. So perfect. All right, hey, this is exactly what I wanted to watch. Number one team. I didn't want to have South Florida, in their matchup, but they had to finish it. But you got to think this is if you want to be able to promote college hoops, and this is the number one team. Why are they not on? You had them on like ESPN de Ocho, and you have all these other ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN News, ESPNU, ESPN3. I mean, if they're the number one team in the country, kind of like show them some love and put them on ESPN, right? Even Alabama at number 2 is on an off channel as well. Okay. But at least I know when Kansas comes on, it's like, boom. At least they know what's up there. How are you doing, Odin son? Payton in the building. What to do? What a nice guy. What a nice feller. Appreciate you. It's always nice to be able to get, random things. I mean, shit, it makes me feel terrible when donos are down and I can't give back. But, once we start getting back into a groove, yeah, I mean, I definitely want to. I mean, it makes me feel good to be able to do that because I just know most people don't. And it creates a stronger bond, Plus, that way I can get you guys, suited and booted and dressed right. Like I was wearing this NWO at the dispensary and the guy like stopped me and stuff. He's like, Wolfpack. I'm like, yeah. I don't think he's ever seen it before, but it's pretty dope. Yeah, but it's got the NWO, and then it's got a lot of baby NWOs and 4 Lives on there. It's like those old skater jackets they used to have, like those patterns they had in like the 90s and the 2000s, where it would be like the same pattern all over the jacket, or maybe like different colors, different patterns. That those hoodies that were super dope. And they have different brands back then that made them, and some higher end brands copied that look. But I think any of those type of hoodies or jackets that have that, little tiny print of whatever your logo is or whatever it is, and then they have a bunch of them on the hoodie or coat, it ends up looking fire. (17-12) Houston. Baseline layup, no good. Offensive rebound by the Cougars. Good effort there. This guy down low is like Joakim Noah. He looks kind of loppy. Oh, a little crossover. Sasser. Swing it. Houston for 3. Air ball. No good. Shoot it. Sasser, three-pointer at 1 on the shot clock. No good. Volleyball for the rebound. Players on the ground. Tulane with the rebound. 17-12. Cougars. Oh, stolen by Joakim Noah's clone. Go. Push it. Yeah. Layup is good. Let's go. 19-12. Houston. Nice job, Jamal. Yeah, like when I go to the clock on the far right, it shows like Sarah with the 7, it's pending, and I can like do that, but yeah, I don't know what's going on. $1 holla. Appreciate you. Let me know what you want to see. $8. Let's get to $100, then $200. What do you say? Bang, bang. Appreciate you. Let me know what you want to see and anything that you want to go over. NFL related information that's important. Oh, rebound dunk. But if there's anything wrestling related or anything there, what's up? How are you feeling? Better? Okay, good. Uh-oh. Well, that's good. I mean, I'd rather have like vegetables and like stuff like crock pot stuff. So, oh, yeah, just stuff that we can make here. Okay. I got thick bacon in there from yesterday. Okay, good. That sounds good. Maybe do that tonight or something. 19-12. I got that thick bacon. The bacon was like $17 regular, and then I had the discount with the card, and I got it for like $8. I was like, yeah, there's definitely a difference with that thicker bacon if you go to the store and get it, and if you do like the eggs and bacon and the toast. I'm telling you, every once in a while, the cheap bacon is good. That $3 to $5 bacon that you get, but every once in a while, if you go splurge and you get that, $10, $15, I'm telling you, it is so worth it. So worth it. So good. 20-12, Houston. Sasser with the dime. 3 is no good. Nice rebound by the Green Wave. Appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, I'll get you some Jamal Charles at the... Ooh, nice jumper there by Tulane. Yeah, I'll get you some Jamal Charles there. Sasser for 3. Let's go. 23-14 Houston. Now they're starting to kind of impose their will here. Let's see if the Tulane can fire back. Rejected off the glass. And then travel, I think. Or is it a timeout? Oh, my. Sasser. He's a good passer, too. I like his game.
Watch the reaction as Juwan Roberts comes and converges. He's always in position. He's always in that help position with vision, and that's the key.
The officials will go back to the monitor, reset the clock. It's at 17.
Now they're fixing the shot clock.
From the backside and just erases that thing with authority.
With authority. (23-14) Cougars with the steal and the foul by the Green Wave. Whatever the hell the Green Wave is. Is there like algae in the wave and that's why it's green? Houston 23, Tulane 14. Damn, Tulane's coach is sweating. It's like, bro, you're there just in a building that's probably like 100 degrees. The guy's wearing like a hoodie. I was like, bro, you are going to be just miserable. from what I can just see early on here with about 10 minutes, 12 minutes in, Houston is unselfish. They have a lot of athletic bodies, and they're aggressive. That's the one thing that I think I've been able just to, kind of break down in their game. It's nice to be able to see the aggressive play, and 25-2. I mean, there's no guarantee that they're going to go all the way, but I'll need to watch a few games of them and a few of Alabama, but it'll be interesting to see when we get to like the Elite Eight and the Final Four, if we do have Houston, Bama, and Kansas all there, or one or none, or a couple. Floater, offensive rebound, no good. Turned over. Yeah, lots of. What do you think about all the cuts there that happened? Are you okay with them? Are you sad about them? Like Luan, Robert Woods, like but obviously you got to be able to make money and make room and rebuild and retool. So sometimes it's a business and you can't keep everybody, right? So, but like a guy like Taylor Lewan, I mean, if it's me, I don't want a guy like that to leave. Yeah, there's been injury issues with him the last couple years, but when he's healthy, he's one of the best. So, I mean, you don't have to be just like a fan of the AFC South to realize that guy was a good player. So, or if you watched him at Michigan. So, bussing with the boys. Your boy knows. 23-14 Cougars. Nice to be able to watch them play.
2 for $6. The best deal in fast food.
Oh my God, that is incredible.
Just 3 words tell you
bro, dude,
They tell you why we
you already know that. And the really cool thing is about that, bro, I am the biggest like Kenny Omega, Young Bucks. I like Bryan Danielson, Moxley. I actually have been so busy, I haven't even picked up any of the AEW line yet. I was kind of waiting to kind of go through and, down the road, which who knows, when you're working so much. But bro, that is so he ruined the surprise, and he sent me a picture, but he's sending me a duo figure from AEW from Blood and Guts, and it's got Moxley and Kenny Omega. Moxley's got like the barbed wire bat, his head is bloody like on the figure, and it's not like a kind of like a ring that's in the inside in the package. And then Kenny Omega's head is all bloody, and he's got like a barbed wire chair. Dude, you already know it's like AEW is like my favorite right now, and WWE Elite figures, it's like that same thing where you get the higher end figures that cost a little more. Dude, I absolutely love that. That's going to go in the studio right here, right in front of me, so I can look at it every day when it shows up. We just got to hope that it doesn't get shipped somewhere else, But hopefully, I mean, most people are pretty good. It's just like my Chase Elliott autograph that I ordered, and then the guy sent it from the East Coast, like Pennsylvania. Then it got dropped off at like a P.O. box in North Carolina. I'm like, dude, what the fuck, bro? I live in Oregon. I was like, you are the worst. And then I got a Julio rookie card out of it with the refund, so it all worked out. But yeah, that looks amazing, bro. Oh, dude, yes. And I've seen some pretty cool ones too. They had an old one too of Cody and Dustin Rhodes, in the very beginning of AEW when they went against each other, like in the first pay-per-view, and they're bleeding. And like when you go through Ringside Collectibles, they have their own custom figures that are in WWE and AEW that are like limited to that, brand, which are amazing. And then, yes, dude, any 2-pack from anything NFL back in the day, they had 2-packs of like Jerry Rice and Dion when Jerry Rice was in the Niners, and Dion's on the Cowboys. And like I have a Derek Brooks, Rich Gannon one from the Super Bowl. 2-packs are the fucking best, dude. I got Triple H and Owen Hart from like WWF, 1997 or something. Like, a lot of these things that I have that are the duos, NWO, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash. It's just, but that AEW one, man, that is awesome. I hope you didn't pay too much for it. But usually when you get figures like that, it just depends on the condition. But you usually are going to be looking at $30 to $100, depending on the rarity, if the box is mint or not, and then, how many they made and how hard it is to get. But, like something like that looks like to me would be a $50 to $100 figure all day. So, even though it might go initially for like 30, like at a Target or a store, it's worth more than that, Like those definitely can go for like 50 to 100 easy. So
They rotate. They got wingspan. They get fingertip to fingertip and get deflections that way. They're always in position. They do so many little things, so exceedingly.
talking about football and route running and the going in depth about that type of the game, doing top tens and just going over just the breakdown of football and all the statistic stuff and breaking down the way the athletes move and why they're good at the routes that they run. Boom, shakalaka. Oh my God, a bin full. Oh my God. It's like when I saw Preston's collection, I haven't seen too many people have like big collections, but my, Preston, my buddy, he had over 100 loose figures. You got to understand back in the 80s and 90s or like in mid 90s to, NWO DX era. I mean, those were going for, $7 to $12 each. And you have 100 loose. That's a lot of fucking money, dude. That's a lot of hustling. That's a lot of lawns mowed. That's a lot of cars washed. That's a lot of, grinding and hustling and doing odd jobs and shit, cleaning and whatever, So I went in and I picked out a lot of the shit, some shit that, he had like 8 rocks, like fucking 8 stone colds. I've never met anyone that had that kind of collection, but I definitely got some that I picked out to make sure that he didn't sell. So that way I could keep them in my collection. So some NWO stuff, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash. Oh, okay. 35 plus shipping. So probably like $50. 45 brand new. Fucking A, dude. Thank you so much, dude. It's incredible too. Yes. I love it, dude. And I'll be honest, I've seen a lot of photos. Oh, yeah. And it's got like extra hands. And, a lot of times with those figures, they'll have extra hands or extra head that you can like swap out. It all depends if you want to take it out of the box or, oh my gosh. And on the back, it's got the Kenny Omega fake autograph, the Moxley fake autograph, big photos of them. Dude, that isn't, dude, that is, if you're going to pick out like stuff for me, that is like me to a fucking T, dude. I mean, if you just listen to I mean, the only thing that could have been better is if somehow the Young Bucks were in there and Brian Danielson or something, but that's kind of asking too much to be in one big box or whatever. But yeah, incredible, dude. And those are 2 of my, top 4, top 5 that are in the company over there right now. And I do remember that match. Fucking A, dude. That thing is incredible. Thank you so much, dude. I'll cherish that. You know what I mean? And anytime I get, and those are my favorite things, like I picked up a Randy Johnson starting lineup today for $10. I picked up my mom from, took her to another eye doctor, 25-15 Houston, if you're just wanting to know the score. Fast break by Houston with the steal layup is good. 27-15 Cougars. But I went to the card shop and I asked them if they had any Griffey, Randy Johnson, Julio, Ichiro, Baubles, or, something figure-wise. I even made the guy go in the back. And then there wasn't anything in the back, but when I first walked into the left, he had one starting lineup hanging, next to like Pokemon stuff and other shit. And I was like, what is that? And it was Randy Johnson figure. It's bent to shit and it's old, but it was marked for $10. And I was like, yeah, I would have bought it $10 loose and whatnot. So big shot right there. 30-15 Cougars. But yeah, it was cool, man. And like I would have bought it $10, loose. But the crazy thing is on the back of the sticker, it has a place called Kozlov's. And I looked it up and it's like 49 locations, primarily on the East Coast, like New York area, Delaware, like in the Northeast. And they got some like in Ohio. But I was like, how the hell did Randy Johnson get to the card shop and then let alone my house from the East Coast? Because they don't have that store here. So I was like, wow, that's cool. So then I was just going to open it up because the package is kind of damaged and just have it sitting in front of my desk with all my other loose ones so I can add it to like this guy with the Randy Johnson from 97. And I have the other one. This one's with the teal. Different pose, which is cool too. Came with a card. But I was like, with the sticker on there, I was like, maybe I'll just keep it in there, and just keep it in the package. I mean, it traveled all the way from the East Coast to my home. So I knew that sticker had a story to it because I was like, what is this? I've never heard of this store. This has definitely got to be either out of business or it's like somewhere not here. And I looked it up on Google and that's what it told me. So Derek in the building, what to do? Yeah. Whenever the Jayhawks are on, I'll do the game. I did the game a couple days ago. So I've been doing a different I'm trying to do like the best matchups every day when there's no NBA or it's kind of a slower night. That way I can get some college hoops in too. And who knows, maybe this will be that untapped market that no one's doing. And then maybe I start doing it and we can get a little notoriety on this end. I mean, there's just, so much on the NFL side being oversaturated. Sometimes you got to go into things that maybe a lot of people don't have interest in. But if some people start doing it, on a regular basis, then you can gain a following. So, but my favorite team to do at college basketball is Kansas. So obviously I liked watching Kentucky and North Carolina and Duke back in the day, but now all those three teams are trash, but I never claimed those as my team. And I watched Oregon hoops for a little bit. Nice offensive rebound by the Cougars, 32-17 Houston. But I don't watch Oregon hoops like I do Oregon football. I mean, I did, maybe 10, 15 years ago. Luke Ridenour, Luke Jackson, when we ended up having a little squad there. But yeah, I'm already following so many other things. I just don't have the commitment to watch Oregon basketball every game. Airball, good defense by the Cougars. They're up by 15. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Deep three by Sasser, and it's good. It's good. 35-17. Said the number one team playing like the number one team. Motherfucker. Man, I can't wait to get this John Moxley, Kenny Omega, dude. Oh, I'm so excited. And it comes with weapons because you already know, like, you can get cheap figures, then you can get the elite figures, and then when you get the more expensive shit, it comes with more stuff. And that, as a collector, that's what you want. Belts, the fucking bats, the fucking, the chairs, the accessories, the different hands, and the different clothes. You'd be surprised on how much that shit is worth if you separate that shit. There's always people like looking for accessories and stuff too, and not just kids, but like collectors, because they'll do like displays and shit. Sasser for three again, no good. 35-17. They were projected to win by 15.5. Rejected. Wow. Man, Jalen Cook is getting rejected. All right, Tremont.
Foot, movement, Sasser, Javon Mark helps. Everyone reacts to the ball. They're all chained as if they're just links of chains together. It's fascinating to watch.
Yeah, no worries. I'll end up buying one, one of these days when I have more money. I'll get the Wolfpack one and I'll get the NWO one, I'll get those for sure. Alley-oop. Oh. No, I was a little bit too high there. Tulane on the fast break. Foul. All right, let's get this Jamal Charles in here for Sarah before we get too far behind. Timeout, 35-17 Houston. All right, let's get as many Jamal Charleses in here. A Jamal Charles and then a Jamal Charles. And how about a Jamal Charles? I wish Jamal Charles was on Kansas City now. But they're still finding ways to win Super Bowls with maybe not a stud like 3-down back, but I mean, if they keep using Pacheco, and I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what they do next year now, since you're having a little bit of change with Bieniemy gone to DC. So, like, who's coming in? Is it Nagy? And then, what type of offense are they going to run? I did get to hear the press conference for Canales, the Seattle Seahawk quarterback, coach, that they're making like the OC and, help Geno get on track and everything. And the overall consensus, besides the people that are stupid, he's like really fucking intelligent. He's really smart. He's bright. He's witty. And he definitely seems like a people person. And I imagine that he's going to become a fan favorite. I mean, I know things are, we still need a lot of pieces. We still need, but I think he understands, like, Mike Evans and Godwin and what we have there. We need better O-line and better defense and whatnot. But, normally I'm kind of weary with new coaches or OCs or DCs. But as far as what I've seen him say and what I've seen him do in Seattle last year, I kind of like him, But again, if we end up being bad, and we tank and we get like Drake May or Caleb, with the top 5 pick, it's going to be pretty exciting because you're going to have Michael Penix Jr., Bo Nix, but primarily it's really going to be about Drake May and Caleb Williams. And shit, if someone wants to get Caleb and we get Drake May, I will be the happiest person on planet Earth. You know what I mean? Because I definitely wouldn't mind Kyle Trask starting. Don't grab anyone. See if he can play good or not. And regardless if we get to the playoffs in 10 wins with Trask or not, hey, we can always still go with the quarterback. And, you just have to be able to decide, is Trask someone you want to stick with? Or, you go from there. But obviously, if we get 10 wins with Trask, we're not going to be able to pick high enough unless we trade up to get one of those franchise QBs. But I imagine Trask will probably not be very good, and we would probably win, 7 games or less, be in the top 12 in the draft the following year, hopefully top 5, top 3, and then, can get the franchise quarterback of the future. That's what I'm hoping for. So, man, I can't wait, dude. You got me John Moxley and fucking, dude, I don't own any Kenny Omega figures, dude. This is my first, dude. You got me my first Kenny Omega shirt, right? And now you're getting my first Kenny Omega figure, and it's got Moxley, and it's from the actual match. That's why AEW figures are cool, because they do it based off the pay-per-view. WWE figures don't do that as much. Fucking cool. And with the blood that they got like on the figure, because I mean that match was so fucking bloody. Incredible, dude. Nice. Yeah, of course. How do I know? Because I know everybody, You just have to be able to listen, to people and be aware and be a good communicator. And, when you, just pay attention to what people say and what they do. And, 35-19 Cougars. See if Tulane can get on a little bit of a run. The game is kind of going how I thought it would go. I was hoping that this wouldn't blow out happen until that second half, but Houston's just that damn good. 3 deep is no good. Joakim Noah Jr. gets his own rebound. And it's not Joakim Noah Jr. It's just a guy that's like floppy running around like Joakim Noah, but he's not as tall. 38-19 Houston. Hey, but sometimes having those loppy players that are tall and lanky, like when the Gators did have Joakim Noah, I mean, they were pretty fucking good. He might not be the smoothest out there. Might have a, big 3 by Tulane. Might have a weird free throw shot, but they wouldn't have been able to win at the heights that they did without him. He was a special college player, and he wasn't the greatest NBA player, but he hustled, and I respect the hell out of that. A guy that hustles. He knows he's not the best, but he hustled. 38-22 Cougars. Tulane, Cook on the fast break. There we go. Tipped in. Off the miss. 38-24. Pope with the offensive rebound putback. Tulane down by 14 with 2:30 left. Moxley and Kenny Omega, man. I can't wait. And for me, like with figures, it's like I like to be able to be surrounded about, my collectibles and stuff. But it'll be right here, right in front of me, chilling next to Griffey, Randy, Dan Wilson, Hollywood Hogan, Ken Griffey Jr., Marcus Mariota, and LaMichael James, all figures here in front of me. And then another Edgar Martinez and Griffey in the back behind my TV. Oh! Offensive foul. Wow, fans are booing.
Jarris Walker, he came to Houston because his parents and him, he wanted to be challenged.
Yeah, this is freaking cool. All right, Jameson, no worries. Yeah, this is sweet. Awesome. The packaging is awesome too. That's a big part of like the toy collecting and shit too, from like 80s, 90s, and current stuff. Like sometimes the packaging is cooler than the actual things that are inside of it. Sometimes the thing inside is awesome too, but it's a big part of collecting is, making sure you're finding those awesome pieces. 38-24 Cougars. Tulane down by 14 with 2 minutes left. Let's see if they can go on a little bit of a run and get it down by under 10. Foul going to the line. All right, Tulane, show me something. Free throw is good. 38-25 Cougars. Second free throw is good. 38-26 Cougars. 8 for 9 for Tulane from the stripe. 5 for 7 for Houston. 1:50 left before we go into halftime. And pretty much pure domination by Houston, but at least Tulane is trying to fight and get it under 10. But they're just a little, they know they're going against the number 1 team right now. 3, no good. Nice rebound by Tulane. They're very timid out there. They just need to get a couple players to get aggressive and confident. Stolen. Francis. But it goes out of bounds back to Tulane. Awesome. Yeah, man. Like I said, that's awesome, dude. I appreciate you very much. 38-26 Houston. Nice. Oh, he missed it. Got a little too fancy there trying to go with that layup. Tulane with the offensive rebound for 3. Tried to draw the foul at the 3-point line. No call. Air ball. Houston up the floor. Swings it. Baseline. Starting to kind of slow it down. Under 1 minute to go. Cougars up by 12. 38-26. Trying to just get a good shot here. Floater is good. Walker with the jumper. I see you, baby. 40-26. Jalen Cook for 3, no good. Yeah, Cook is just struggling. Yeah. 1 for 10 for Jalen Cook. Bro, you're averaging 20 points a game, and you're only down by 12, and you're 1 for 10? Fuck, 1 for 9? Come on, man. Come on, man. But you already know what it is. I mean, Houston is – they just have so many guys that can give you 9 points or more. It's like, yeah, you're going to get 15 or 16 here. This might be like 12, maybe 10 or 9, another like 8 or 9, and then another 8 or 9. They're deep. Normally you don't see it like that. Sometimes you'll have a guy that gives you a 20 to 30, and there's kind of a drop off with the like supporting cast. But if you got a whole starting 5 that can give you 9 points or more, I know 9 doesn't sound like a whole lot in college, but it really is, because think about how many games are like, 60 to like 90 points in college basketball. You don't get college hoops in 130, 140. So sometimes it ends up being really low scoring, like 55-50, so 40-26. Houston. Swag. Surfing. Swag. Surfing. Swag. Swag. Let's go. Swag. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Never heard that song in a while. 40-26. 25 seconds left. I'm trying to go down. They can get it down to about 1 second before the clock is going to run out. So they should be able to get this shot up with about a second left, and then that would be we'll go into halftime. And I mean, at this point you could gamble and just go deep and try to get a 3, and then you'll be up 43-26. That'd be kind of heartbreaking, but Let's see if they attack the paint or what they do. Nope. Shot clock violation, idiots. Come on, Houston, be better. Come on, Mike. All right, 1.9 left. They're down by 14. So best case scenario, they get a 3, they're down by 11, and then they feel pretty good considering their best player has got fucking 2 points and is 1 for 10. And he averages 20 a game. But again, this is Houston, so I don't know if anyone thought that he was going to come in and grab 20, like probably 10 to 15. So, yes. Yeah. I love you, bro. You know what I mean? Like I said, little things like that. I always try to be able to have those connections. And stolen by Houston. Joakim Noah Jr. just throws it and hits the backboard. Come on, man. I appreciate you, man, very much. I'm super excited, dude. I mean, like I said, sometimes I'll get gifts, and stuff like that. But to be able to get my first AEW figure, and not only that, it's like a really cool one, and it's got Moxley and Kenny Omega in it, and there's weapons that come with it. That is me to a T. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are my favorite things to collect right now. I do like baubles, but like collecting old wrestling figures and new is probably, I like starting lineups and McFarlane's and shit as well. And also like Star Wars and Turtles and Transformers and G.I. Joes. But as of now, those are kind of my things. So if I can find a nice bauble, I got a Randy Johnson starting lineup today, which was pretty cool. That made my day. So guy didn't have anything in the store, but I got that one thing. And I was like, all right, this is cool. It's kind of fucked up a little bit, but that's what makes it kind of cool. It's 25 years old. Cyberpunk in the building. How are you? I'm grinding, man. I'm just trying to put my hat into as many things as possible. And sometimes we'll get more views even on Twitter than here. I was hoping that the views on Twitter would help and add on to the views on here, but apparently it doesn't. It's separate and stuff. So I was thinking if you link it, that, you know what I mean? But it's like, if you're going to get more, on the Twitter side, hopefully we can get some of those people to actually come over and sub and donate and join instead of just, peeping on Twitter and watching that way. But at least I'm getting my, my name out there. And, we started getting, 30 views, 40 views. Last couple basketball games for college basketball, believe it or not, I've hit like 170, 180. And then last night was like 200 plus. I was like, well, this is crazy. This is like way more than the NFL and some of the other wrestling ones that I've done. But I guess you just never know what, the Twitter people underneath you in the timeline and the people that retweet it for you, that like Sarah Jameson and a few of y'all, and then it just circulates and then people will check you out. Plus, it's kind of unusual for someone to have a show on Twitter for like, the full show, YouTube and Twitter at the same time. So, and we got good visuals, and I'm going to bring it. So, but I was like, oh, I thought it was gonna link together, but apparently not. I need to get sponsored on Twitter now if I'm going to keep increasing these numbers. That what Elon needs to do, right? He needs to hit me up, and they need to start the Twitter Sports Network, TSN. Okay, and if they do TSN, then you can bring the people that do the sports, like on YouTube or Twitch, and then you can end up having people exclusively do Twitter and do it there, or do it through YouTube and Twitter, or however they want to do it. But that's what I would do. There's an opportunity there. Your boy. Smart dog. Yeah, we missed you, bro. I imagine we have everything medicated, bro. Because we were supposed to get snow last night, and it did snow, but it didn't stick, right? And then it melted away, and then now we're in a winter advisory warning from 6 p.m., which was an hour ago, until like 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. tomorrow. So I took my mom back to the doctor, a different one, to check on her eye, and I picked her up from her house and then took her to the place and dropped her off. And then I got to go to the card shop and get the Randy Johnson figure that I found, the starting lineup from '97. Yeah, and I had to go to the dispensary because I was like, all right, well, I got to make sure they have that like cigarette pack of pre-rolls. Now that's my thing. I'm still getting the gummies and everything. So I still get the black cherry gummies, but now it's like, if I can get a 10 pack of, pre-rolls for like 20 some bucks, 25, 28 bucks. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do that. All right, let me put this up here since we are at halftime.
with the slam shot out Minnehaha Falls in Minnesota. Putting the cherry on top.
Cougars up on the green wave, 40-26 at halftime. Cougars are number one in the country, and I decided to do something a little more special for them with the background and the transparent logo. I'm going to try to see if I can find more of those transparent logos because those look fucking slick. You know, that way I don't have like a circle behind it or a square. It just flows with, when I'm kind of editing on the fly and I'm kind of, doing the full breakdown, producing the show on the fly and doing different things. But it fucking looks good. It looks slick. I go to Chalice. Like I said, there's like 3 that are close to me within like 5 minutes, but that's the one that I go to just because it's the closest to my place. So and I'm up, I'm on their rewards program. I got the app. I didn't have it for like forever, but after going there, every couple days, if I can get a discount and 20% off here, or I can get a discount on these things, and they have like different days, Munchie Monday and things like that. But yeah, but it's I usually it's just going to be the gummies, and now I walk over to the pre-roll section. So, but the cigarette pack is dope because some places don't have that, where it comes with the 10 pre-rolls in there. I mean, once you open the plastic, it fucking reeks, and it has all different kinds, And they when they get the new things in Oregon there, right? And then they obviously have people that will be buying flour or whatever, right? Because they go through like 100 different kinds, and then they'll have people, I assume, roll and do that. But when you buy them, they change it up, so you're not getting. If I go back like a couple days later, it's not the same 5. Sometimes it might be one of the same 5, but they switch it up. So some CBD, some more THC, and you're, the Zerpal Purple, the Strawberry Kush, you're getting all these, crazy names, but they can't just label it and then everything tastes the same. I mean, people would complain and you would know. But yeah, it's awesome, dude. So that's what I'm kind of doing right now. And so that way I'm not buying beers. I'm not trying to drink and stuff. So if I'm not trying to party and do all that, like that would like hold me over. And the gummies are cheap too, because I can get a pack of 10 gummies that you can do like 2 a day, and that would be good. It could last a week, 5 days, and that only costs like $10. It's wild, man. And if you do 2, you'll be comfortable for like a couple hours. So, because it's 100 milligram, it's like 10 each. So, it's awesome. It is awesome. Yeah, but getting the Randy Johnson was definitely made my day. And then now, getting that. Yeah. Thank you, Cyberpunk. I appreciate you. Yeah, Cash App is being wonky right now, but I think everything will be fine. $92 from Cyberpunk. I replied back to you, but it shows it pending on my end. Something is weird is going on with Cash App, so it shows it on there. I know it will go through, but whatever's going on there. But hey, we got to the goal. We got to the goal, and we might be able to get to the next number. And if not, who cares? Cyberpunk came in and saved the day with Sarah and a few of y'all. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Sarah with a 7, Sarah with the $1, Sarah with 8, Cyber with the 92, and then Odin's son with an amazing figure for me, John Moxley and Kenny Omega. I'm going to be staring at that thing. Like, if you ever catch me doing the stream and I'm like this, and I'll just be like looking down, I'm probably looking down at that figure. I can't wait, dude. Hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully the person packages it, good, where it doesn't get crunched. You know what I mean? But even if it does, I mean, I'm still going to love it. And even if it comes in a little damaged or whatever, I'm still going to love it. Depending on how the box is, I might be able to actually open it and take the figures out. It just depends if it has the cardboard box. Sometimes they'll have a piece of tape that goes over it. So you don't want to ruin the integrity if it's got the tape, because once you cut the tape and then you can open the box up, then it's opened. But if it doesn't have tape over and you can, lift it and open it, then sometimes you can take things out and, display them and then put it back. But I don't know. More than likely, I'll probably just keep that in the box. It's way too cool. I would like to get my hand on it though, to kind of like feel like how AEW figures feel. Cause I don't know. I've never bought one and taken it out of the package. I don't even own one. And now I'm owning 2. Moxley, Omega, extra hands, extra weapons, blood on their faces. Incredible, man. Cyberpunk, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, and like I said, it's been a little challenging, but we just got to keep going. We know not every day is going to be a great day. Some days are going to underwhelm a little bit, but if you have the faith, you keep grinding it out, and then you know that more than likely are going to have more good days than bad days. It's not like we have a shitty channel here or shitty people that are a part of it. So that's what gives me, the confidence and the belief that no matter how bad we're behind the eight ball, hey, as long as I'm able to pay the rent, pay the bills at the very bare minimum, that's what we do. And then once we get back to where we were, then we can bust out some more gifts and whatnot for you guys, which I definitely want to do. Thank you for the generous, huge, large $92 dono. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang. Cactus Jack approves. Thank you, man. Appreciate it very, very much. I definitely put a lot of effort, in everything I do, regardless if we have a couple people in the room or if we get to a point where we have hundreds or thousands in the room. I'm always going to try to give you guys the best of what I can offer. And it's cool, man. Because even for me, I don't know where I'm going each day, as far as like what I'm going to have for a look, but I definitely want to be able to bring that visual set. And I already know that we're doing something that other channels aren't, but I know people are watching and copying or trying to. But there's only one NWSF and there's only one Fanatic family, and it's you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. What do you want to see for photos, man? You got anything specific that you want to see, brother? I got you. If you got something, I mean, we can always do the regular stuff, whatever you're thinking. But wrestlers, Pizzle in the building, $100, $92 dono from Cyber. Appreciate you. We're at $100 to go to get to the next goal. Pizzle in the building. What to do? But yeah, let me know what you want to see for photos, Cyberpunk, and I got you, brother. And that's 4026 Houston. And the reason I'm doing college basketball for the last 3 days, there's no XFL and there's no fucking NBA. So I was like, okay, I can just do a freestyle stream. I drink beer or I smoke and let's talk NFL. But then you're only going to get so many people that are going to show up for that. So I'm just trying to be able to do games as much as possible. We can always just freestyle it and hang out and I can call the game, but you're always going to get more people until you get really established. And then at that point, you can just be like, I'm bored and label that in the stream and get thousands of people. But you have to have your following to be able to do something like that. And we don't have that yet. At least, we got to work on that. And it gives me a chance to kind of peep these teams and see like if they're the real deal and if they can compete with Kansas. And honestly, out of all the games that I've done, I don't have like a negative mindset going into college hoops. So I already know kind of what I'm getting into. Just got to get a little bit more familiar with the names. And it doesn't take me long. And plus I do research before every stream anyways. So it's not like I come in blind and I'm just like lazy or whatever. Like I make sure to try to put in the effort, even if it's not like something that's fully familiar with me. But the only way that you're going to be able to get familiar with shit is jump in and put in the hard work. You put in the hard work. Other people aren't doing college basketball. Who the fuck does college basketball? Nobody. Your boy does. Okay. So I mean, at least that. So, I mean, maybe we'll gain some ground on college hoops. I mean, that's why you never know. You know what I mean? Like I said, NASCAR, baseball, college hoops. Something is going to click for us at some point. You know what I mean? Because obviously we know NFL market's oversaturated. I love doing wrestling, but you just got to be able to XFL. I mean, you never know. You just got to be able to put your hat, into many things. And if you feel comfortable doing it, and you never know what might be that really weird thing that we thought, this isn't going to really help us grow. And maybe it does. And then we can get to that 20,000 mark. So I need to go. I'm good, man. My mental health is good. Decided to go a little bit all out for the number one team there with the transparent UH logo, got Houston background. Yeah, I'm doing good. I visited my mom today. I got a Randy Johnson starting lineup from 97 for $10. I'm good, man. Yeah, life is good. We're going to have snow. I need to go look out the window and take a peek at Paisley and get my mango madness from the fridge freezer. But once, I'm done streaming and stuff, I got to look to see what's going on. And then I'll probably take her out and get her to, prance around a little bit and lick the snow and slide around in it a little bit and whatnot. So, but I'm good. How you doing, man? What's good, Pizzle? What's good in your life?
Do you have an invention idea but don't know what to do next?
All right, let me go grab my my beverage here and I'll be right back.
How to get started today. InventHelp provides invention services that help everyday inventors get started with their idea. We have representatives nationwide who will explain the InventHelp process step by step. Over 10,000 patents have been secured through InventHelp's patent referral services. Our services include professional materials needed to showcase your invention and 3D animation and prototype modeling that help you demonstrate your idea. Get down to the details of your idea with a technical drawing. The InventHelp Data Bank includes thousands of companies who have agreed to review new ideas. We've been helping inventors since 1984. Let's help you next. Take advantage of the opportunity to get started today. Go to inventhelp.com for
absolutely.
free information.
You're watching ESPN's Road to Champ Week.
All right, 40-26 Cougars, start of the second half. Let's see if Tulane can come back. We're at $100 in donos. Let's get to 200. Hopefully Cash App stops being a bastard and everything starts working properly. Jalen Cook from the Tulane Green Wave, 20 points per game tonight. 1 for 10, 2 points, 2 assists, 5 rebounds. That is tough. And with all that being said, they're only down 14. Houston is up 15.5 on the Vegas line, and they're at 14 right now, so that's exactly where they want to be. And this is the number 1 team in the country right now, the Houston Cougars, 25-2 record. Tulane is pretty good, though. They're 17-7. They're no fucking scrubs themselves. So, Bill Maas. All right. Thank you so much for your generosity. I appreciate you very, very much. Holy shit, dude. You're really going back. Oh, man. This is cool. Oh. Houston on the fast break. Baseline is good. Shea with the layup. 42-26. Tulane for a deep three. In and out, no good. All right, let's see what we got here with this. I've been pretty impressed. I won't lie. I mean, Tulane isn't a terrible team, but I want to be able to see Houston in the tournament. I mean, that's really where it's going to be like when they start going up against like better quality, like number 1 Houston versus a top 10 team. How are you going to do against a top 10 team? Like if you're going to play Alabama or Kansas, or Arizona or UCLA, how are you going to look? Are you going to be dominant or or is it going to be even, or is that other team going to beat their ass? Like I got questions, but I guess the tournament is right around the corner, just like Major League Baseball. So, all right, let's look at Bill Moss. Bro. Dude, you're bringing me back, dude. Stop this. Even Kansas City Chief fans have no idea who that is. That is awesome. Bro, you're killing me with the names. Love it. Love it. Dude, look at the photos, too. I'm going to go deep dive. And there's not going to be a lot, especially if you're kind of like a lower player. Oh, baby, against the Broncos. Let's go. Oh, yeah. And I'm even going to hit you with the Pro Set card. This is fucking wonderful. As we're waiting here, 42-29 Houston. Bro, get the fuck out of here. Oh, baby. I love it. That's my childhood right there. Anything 89, 90 Pro Set. It's 89 Pro Set, too. I'm 7 years old when that card came out. Fucking A, dude. I'll get a few more here once we get, obviously into a commercial break. Thank you, man. Anytime you can have me go back in time, that's what I want. Hop in the DeLorean. Nice pass. What a dime. 44-29 Cougars. My God. This team is fucking unselfish. And they're athletic. And they're aggressive. So I can definitely see why they're 25-2 and 13-1. But even with that being said, you have a really good Kansas team with Bill Self. I probably would take them. You know what I mean? Like this team definitely has, I think, more depth, but I don't know about the coaching. I need to do a little research on Houston and Alabama's head coach and kind of get a gauge. Because, I mean, if you're just going in, as this like number 1 or number 2 team, it's just going to be like Gonzaga, like every other year when they would get good. You can only get to a certain point, and then you typically lose, but you never know. Maybe this is the year that instead of like a Kansas big name school, maybe it will be a Houston or a Bama 1-2 right now that wins it all. So. Oh, hell, I got to give you another one. I gave you the 89. Oh, I'll give you the fucking 91 card with the auto on it. Get the fuck out of here. 45, 46, 29 Cougars. This is ridiculous. Bing bong. Bing bong. Bing bong. Let's go. Oh, baby. There's not a lot of him, so you have to dig. 46-29 Cougars. What a good one, man. Always good with those chief names and those wrestlers, dude. Got to keep me on my toes. Cougars up 46-29, 17:45 left in the second quarter, or second half, excuse me. Jalen Cook, 2 field goals, 4 turnovers, playing like shit. Averaging 20 points per game going into this game. Travel. Come on, Houston. Well, I'll get a few more of, whatever Cyberpunk wants, with the dono. And then, I'll definitely throw up some Michael Pittman. Which one are we talking? Michael Pittman from when he was on the Bucks? Like what year are we talking Michael Pittman? You talking senior or junior? Senior? And then where? Senior on the Cardinals, the Buccaneers, college? Questions. 17-10 left in the second half. Good ball movement by Houston. Good passing team, too. Foul going to the line. And it's more than just Sasser. Walker. 2022 McDonald's All-American. Roberts. Mark. Jid. They got a squad. Squad. And all those guys, 9 points or more. Leading score is about 15 and a half, almost 16 a game is Sasser. So they're very well-rounded. 47-29, Houston. What do we got? Giannis and the Bucks versus the Miami Heat. That's actually a pretty good matchup. And then Thunder and the Suns. It sucks because a lot of the times with the NBA matchup, early one is better because that's usually like Boston, Milwaukee, and then I wait until the evening to stream, and then it's like Lakers, Clippers, which I don't mind, but I would definitely rather do, Milwaukee and Boston, if I had a choice. But it is what it is. I still get familiar with all the teams that I do. Nice pass, swings it out for a 3, no good. Now they're starting to pull away. Let's see if Uncle Mo he already took his coat off, feet up, eating chips off his chest. He just moved in. It's over. Floater. Sassa is good with the floater. 50-29. It is a drubbing. Largest lead of the game. Foul called. What's good, Shep? How are you? I'm good, man. I'm just trying to grind it out. I figured I would make the presentation even a little bit more special since we're doing the number 1 team in college hoops. And not a lot of people are very familiar with Houston or Alabama. People know of Kansas because they won it last year, but most people don't watch March Madness action, for college hoops until we get to that point in March. So this is kind of an extra for me. And I actually don't mind it. Sometimes the college game is better than the NBA, no lie. That NBA All-Star game was terrible. Yeah, that's my guy, man. If I didn't have him, we wouldn't have won. I'll tell you that. Him and Simeon Rice coming over from the Cardinals was a big part of us winning the Super Bowl and being able to have those guys there. Let's go. You know I'm going to bring up Super Bowl 37, Buccaneers versus the Raiders. 50-29 Cougars. So get the fuck off me. Rod Woodson. Raiders actually had some amazing players on that team. Rod Woodson was on the team. Charles Woodson was on the team. Jerry Rice was on the team, even though he was a little older. 50-29 Houston, but we beat the brakes off of them because we had the best defense in the whole league, baby. Also helps when you have Allstott, too. 3 is good. Walker for 3. He said, I'm an All-American, motherfucker. 53-29 Cougars. Tulane just looks lost now. They're like, fuck, what's for dinner? I need a pre-roll. Fuck this. They fought. No, and won. Let's go. Boom, boom, bing, bong. And won. 53-31 Cougars. But, yeah, this one is in control, definitely. Oh, man, that is cool. With the TNT championship, too. Mr. Brody Lee. Oh, John Cena. Ringside collectibles are the dopest, bro. I mean, like I said, if you follow wrestling figures, most people, even me, I don't own any ringside collectibles because a lot of times they're really expensive. They're limited. They're hard to get. Yeah, anything that comes with the fucking NWO belt spray painted. Dude, Odin, have you watched the NWO A&E special? You had Eric Bischoff, season 3, episode 1. It was on just a couple days ago. Bro, I'm not sure. You're probably not as big as NWO as me, but that was one of the best 2-hour documentaries on NWO I have ever seen. It's the first one they did without, Scott Hall because he died. But it was because they have a lot of Bischoff in there, and that's what I like. It's not just Kevin Nash and Hogan, and a narrator, and they got X-Pac on there, Six and a few other people. But, hearing Bischoff kind of go over, everything with WCW, and they had a lot of clips from Nitro, and dude, it is so incredible. Like I haven't got that excited over a documentary, not knowing what to expect when they had it. But if you're a big NWO fan, or if you're a fan of wrestling in the 90s when we had the Monday Night Wars, I highly recommend watching that. Even if you're more of a DX person or ECW or something else, obviously NWO changed the game, and they're the first ones to have heels, get cheered. It's never happened like that before. And then the NWO, the merch, I mean, there will never be anything like that ever again. And then you had the 3 biggest names too, with Diesel, Razor Ramon, Hulk Hogan, and the Hulkamaniacs. And then you go to Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, the Outsiders, and then Hollywood Hogan. And my favorite wrestling figure I actually own is this one right here. I mean, I got a Hall and I got a Nash as well, but it's even the subtle details. Hollywood with the lightning, NWO on the boots, and that's even got the For Life, because that's what it is. Your NWO, For Life, brother. And I still rock the Wolfpack gear. Still rock the black and white. Yeah, fucking awesome, dude. Should we show a picture of what Odin's son got me? Dude, I'm like, this is insane. Let's us see Odin's son in the gift. He said, I got you gift, motherfucker. Mother sucker. Dude, get the fuck out of here. This thing is cool. Let's see. Bro, come on, bro. He's watching me, obviously. It's through the phone and through the Twitter. But, dude, you get the John Moxley and you get the Kenny Omega. Blood on their faces. Comes with weapons. Yeah, that's going right here on the desk, dude. You are the man. I appreciate you. Cyberpunk, you got anybody else you want me to see wrestling-wise or chief-wise? Fire away. And because obviously I'll still call this game, but this one is pretty much over now. It's 3:32 with 15 minutes left, but I still want to be able to kind of, get a gauge on, who these players are for Houston, Alabama, and Kansas. And then I'll get up on UCLA and Arizona. I need to do some more research. I'm not going to go crazy, but I like to be able to put in that, if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it right. I'm not going to half-ass it. So Sasser with the reverse layup, no good. Tip for the rebound and fouled by Tulane. How are you guys doing? How are you doing, Shep? What's good with you, bro? I'm glad that you're in the room, dude. I appreciate you. Anytime you can hop in and just hang out, for a little bit, even if, sometimes you can hang out for a while. Sometimes you are busy and whatnot, but it's always better, to have you in the room than if you can. Cash App is still fucked up right now, so I still got the 2 donos that are pending. So I got them, but they're just pending, so I don't know what the fuck's going on with that, but it must be just a Cash App issue overall. So RKO Cash App. Oh yeah. What the hell is wrong with you, Cash App? And then hopefully it'll start working here in an hour, I hope. Stolen by Houston. 2-on-1. Unselfish. And that's why they're the number 1 team in the nation. 55-32. Tulane cherry picking. Layup is good. 55-34. Cougars. Sassa. What are you eating on? What you got going on for dinner? Houston for 3. No good. And I'll do a poll for tomorrow. It's either, I could do the Blazers and the Kings, which no one will select. And then we got the Lakers and the Warriors. Some people will select that because it's the second game on TNT. Or we'll do the XFL game, which I feel most people will choose. But I'll do the poll tomorrow, and then we'll decide what the primary thing is going to be while I watch all 3. So, I assume we'll probably do XFL. I think the fucking Lakers and the Warriors would probably get the most views, but I think I'd be most interested in the XFL unless if Steph Curry wasn't hurt and I had Steph, Clay, Draymond versus LeBron and Anthony Davis, then maybe I would lean towards that. But, Steph is injured. LeBron is day-to-day, which I think he'll still play. But, yeah, we'll see. It's either I'll probably take a step back on the Blazer game, even though I'm going to want to watch. And then it'll probably be either Lakers, Warriors, or XFL, but I'm probably leaning towards XFL. Waffle House All-Star Special, boy. Blueberry waffle, boy. Oh, tip in, no good. That sounds good. I've never been able to go to a authentic, Waffle House. Midwest, East Coast, South. I'd probably lose my mind. I'd probably order like $60 worth of food and just go fucking wild and go crazy. I wish we had something like that out here in Oregon. No lie. Because I can do, the chicken and waffles. I can do things separate. I would be willing to experiment on all the options they have. Because, if the food is good, everything's going to be good. It's just a matter of what your preference is. But I definitely like to try. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, I hate this. Or, I'm always willing to try whatever. Asian food, Mexican food, Indian food, whatever. I don't give a shit. If we're going to go eat, let's try it. Let's do it. You never know what might be your new favorite. 55-35 Cougars. I wish I would have had pad thai in my teens. I didn't even get into pad thai until a few years ago. So I was like, fuck, what have I been doing with my life? All those times, getting some shitty ass Panda Express. Panda Express can be good sometimes, but sometimes it's reheated and it's kind of old. It doesn't taste good. Or you get nasty ass rice or chow mein and it kind of ruins the whole orange chicken vibe if the chow mein and rice is old. You guys know what I'm talking about. Sometimes, the Panda Express can be a 10 and then other times it's a 5 and what the fuck am I eating? And then you can always go to an Asian restaurant and get teriyaki. And usually I like to go that route because I like the white rice and just the teriyaki sauce. We have a really bomb teriyaki spot 2 minutes from my house, 10 out of 10 every time. And you can do the beef and they got their own signature sauce that they make from the house. And they do the chicken and I usually do beef chicken combo. Oh my God, so good. Floater, that guy looked like Chris Bosh out there. Tried to get the rebound, no good. I like it. Houston's got some lefties out there too. That always makes it a different dynamic, whether they're a guard and they're a lefty, or a more dynamic is lefties that are big. So you get those guys like the Chris Bosh, the lefties that are just, 6'8", 6'10". I don't know what it is about those guys, the Lamar Odom type. I like that. Like when I see big left guys that are like tall and that can shoot, I don't know. It's like, it's really pleasing on the eye. And you don't see too many guys being left anyways. Big three there, Jalen Cook. Yeah, give me the details, bro. 55-38. $100. Let's get to $200. Let's do it. Yes. You're smart. You have to live your best life. You know what I mean? And eating good is a priority, especially if you have a few extra dollars, man. Dude, seriously, I don't even know what the hell I was thinking. And then you can do like so many options with it. Shrimp or, you could do chicken. There's all, so many variations. So good. And I think as far as like leftovers, I think it's like top two. Like, burgers, reheated, don't taste good. A lot of this stuff. I think spaghetti. I think, you got pizza, spaghetti, and I think pad thai. Those might be the three best things that you can eat, either cold or you can eat it warmed up, and you're gonna love it. You know what I mean? I don't think you can say that about too many things. And pizza's third. Okay, let's not get it twisted. Spaghetti and pad thai is way better than pizza. I mean, even though pizza does hit cold the next day or warm, but it's not the same as spaghetti and pad thai. Spaghetti and pad thai make you feel a vibe, even when it's the next day. I don't know, at least it does for me. Oh, rejected. I like the patience by Houston, too, and not being selfish out there. They don't have any ball hogs on the team. I love that. Grilled breast teriyaki chicken from Panda with orange chicken. Oh, grilled. Yeah, the grilled. Yeah. Then the big pieces, and then you can get the sauce on the side. That is good, too. I saw that. The Hawaiian barbecue. No, I haven't. Oh, he said taste buds. Really? Yeah, I did notice that they had some new stuff on the menu. Like they have another version of orange chicken, like original, and then the newer one. Athletic layup there by Houston with the left. Who is this guy? Chris Bosh Jr.? Nice job. Nice rebound. This guy's like a Chris Bosh John Morant clone. He's got the hair. He's lanky. He's tall. He's like a hybrid. It's like if John Morant and Chris Bosh had a baby. They got some athletic guys, man. They're fun. Like I said, I had a good time watching Kansas play, and I assume watching, Houston and Alabama are going to be just as enjoyable for three. I mean, shit, if you're the number one team in the nation, I mean, I need to see something special, and they are the real deal. 25-2, number one, Houston, 60-38, Cougars. Cook with the layup. He's trying to let's see what his point total is. He's averaging 20 a game. Unbelievably, at 2 points at half, he's at 11. So at least he's trying, but they're down by 20, 60-40. So he's 9 more to get his average. Second leading scorer on the team. Roberts for Houston's got 18. Jawan Roberts, 6'7", junior, 230. 6'7", lefty. I like him, man. I'll remember this guy. Tournament's going to be fun, especially if we actually know, some of these things. Like imagine going into March Madness and knowing nothing, but if we do a few games just to like, okay, maybe I won't watch the whole thing, but if you're just following along, you're like, oh, okay, I remember that guy. I remember that name. Just being able to plant the seed now, and then as I get into the tournament, I'll have a better gauge of what's going to happen in March Madness, baby. Yeah, but also too, you're biased because you live in Hawaii, and then you have all that amazing Hawaiian food. So of course, that's going to be what the best is because that's all you eat. That's what you get, the best of the best, and you're going to have the Hawaiian style, Korean style, right? But if you lived in the lower 48, you'd be able to have Hawaiian food and Korean food, but there would be other things that you could choose too. You got to come down to the lower 48, bro. We got to get those taste buds into other things too. But yeah, but you definitely know Hawaiian food is he's getting the real authentic Hawaiian food. We're getting like the poor man's lower 48 version, but we do have one place, Roxy's, and they have a couple imitation places that try to be like them, but Roxy's hits every time too, and they have like 8 or 10 things on their menu, and everything is delicious. So I could definitely eat that too. But usually, and then that actually isn't too bad reheated. You can't really reheat the Hawaiian mac. You have to kind of eat that while it's there or take it out. Because if you put it in the microwave with like the, shoyu chicken and like with the rice, it's a different taste when it's like warm. It's not supposed to be eaten warm. The mac is supposed to be eaten cold, or at least like room temperature. So, yeah. The buggers. All right, I'm trying to see what's going on here with the cache to the app, and it's still broken as far as I can see. It's still showing pending for Cyber and Sarah, and I imagine it is for everyone else, but I know it will go through. It might be just some technical difficulty, and then we'll go from there.
50,000 five-star ratings and reviews, and why over 120 pro and college sports teams have put our superfoods to the test.
My mom always used to say, eat your beets, it's good for you. Boy, was she right.
Call now or visit superbeats.com to find out how you can get a 30-day supply of your
Oh, Mango Madness, fucking delicious. Fucking delicious. John Moxley, Kenny Omega. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? That's so cool. I'm so stoked.
Call in the next 15 minutes and see how you can get a free travel pack of our unique memory and focus juice for brain health support. This offer is not available in stores.
Sarah sends me a tweet. Let's see what it is. MLB's top 5 lineups by Brandon Scott. Does Brandon Scott know anything? Who knows? He says it's Astros 1, Padres 2, Blue Jays 3, Cardinals 4, Dodgers 5. Where's my Mariners, huh? Hopefully they're at least in the top 12. So I'll show you the Randy. This thing's bent to shit and everything, but I still would have bought it even loose for $10. So, and it traveled from the East Coast to get here too, which is crazy. But I love old school Griffey, Randy Johnson stuff if I can find it, and I've just been lucky enough to be able to find stuff. But cool looking card, cool pose. It's a different pose than the one that I have here in front of me, and it's definitely warped and a little bent, but sometimes that shows a little character. I mean, hey, it's 25 years old. It's not like I spent 20 or 30 bucks. Then I would have got ripped off. But, spending $8 to $15 on something like that, yeah. I was considering taking it out of the package and just putting it on the desk with some of the other loose ones that I have, like this other Randy from 97. But it's got a sticker on the back from like Kozlov's from like the Northeast. They have like 49 stores in like New York and Delaware. And I think they have one store or like something in Ohio is the only Midwest state. But it has a sticker on the back for $9.99 from a East Coast store. And I live here in Oregon, and this was at a card shop. So I don't know how the hell Randy Johnson starting lineup 97 went from being in like New York or Delaware or somewhere on the East Coast and then into my closet. But here it is. So. That should be like a recommended, like it should be in every state, and there should be like a bunch of them. You know what I mean? But that does give me a reason to go like meet up though. Like I would want to record that shit too. Like have someone like do a vlog. I mean, this is my first time. I'd have to do a bunch of pre-rolls first though. I definitely have to do the pre-rolls, 1 or 2 pre-rolls, and then go in there, and then yeah, that would be good to go. Cash App, start working. Please, please, please. Broken Dog. Why? 62-42. Big 3 from Tulane. Cook with 13. 62-16 now with the 3. Wow, he's starting to get his average up. He averages 20, and he's really the only one doing something. 62-45. Oh, Tulane on a little bit of a run. Little Uncle Mo here. Fouled. And then you have to call that. 9:21 left. Houston up 62-45. If they can get on a little bit of a run here and get it down to 10, then we'll they're still going to lose, but at least it'll be more entertaining that way. Oh, it's really funny because you know how your phone listens to you and everything. So I ended up seeing a video, and it showed like the 3 tastiest places, in like Oahu or like certain places, and they had like shaved ice for one, ice cream for another, and then they had another item that they had, and it was like delicious. You could definitely tell. And they were like rating them. One was shaved ice, one was ice cream, and what was another like treat or whatever, but I can't remember what it was. But I watched the whole video and I was like, ooh. And they have like an old school, like, Hawaiian guy, like in his 80s, like eating it, like trying it out. And then him and his other person, the host, are like rating how good each thing was. It says it's the damn internets and the phones, man. They be listening. Now all of a sudden I'm going to have a bunch of Randy Johnson fucking things pop up on my shit and a bunch of fucking John Moxley, Kenny Omega figures pop up on my timeline. They be listening, motherfucker. They be listening. 62-46 Cougars. Pump fake. Nice. Drew the foul for 3. Yeah, go to the Waffle House, see people fight, right? Eat some dinner, and then, movie. Boom. Yeah, dude, people be fighting at the Waffle House all the time. It's like you always see these videos that go like viral or not even viral, and people beating the shit out of each other. Some kind of chicken shortage, or they ran out of certain things and people just lose their mind, or they're about to close and then they just fucking go crazy, Yeah. I've seen my fair share of different people fighting, different people from all over, white, Mexican, Asian, black, all over. Mostly probably in the Midwest and the East Coast and the South, because I would assume that's where the Waffle Houses are, because we don't have them here in Oregon. Not like how you guys have it. And then you're starting to see people like when they win like NASCAR races, or, they go win a Super Bowl or, a championship. Where do they go? They go to the Waffle House. Like almost every athlete, they're not dumb. If every athlete of every sport after a big event and they win something, they're like, where are you going? And they go there. Well, chances are it's pretty fucking good. It's more than just a trend with like a Trevor Lawrence and Ricky Stenhouse. That'd be incredible though, to be like there. Like Ricky Stenhouse wins the Daytona 500 and then you're just there and he's eating there. That'd be nuts. And then if you're working there, you probably know you're going to get a good tip. You're like making him the best food, and who knows how much he'll tip you. 65-46 Cougars. Deep 3, no good. At least Cook responded. He's still 6 for 15. He's got 16 points, but that's a lot better than being at like 2 at halftime. Houston for 3. Sasser from deep. Oh, yeah. 68-46. Cougars, 8:28 left in the second half. He's, I'm kind of good, motherfucker. I'm good. He said, after the club, one night stand, drunk, whatever. Or if you're just hungry, right? Oh, no worries. I just been grinding on the college hoops. If you got anything, you got a fun fact for me, something, it could be college basketball related, drop it down. I hope you're doing well and good to see you. I just been trying to, because like I said, if you're Northwest Sports Fanatics, right, we just can't limit to just one thing. We got to do a bunch of things. And it is challenging. I know some content creators would definitely not even attempt, to dive into college hoops if they're not familiar with it, but I feel the only way to be able to really get a gauge of what's going on is to jump in, and not be afraid and just, do the research ahead of time. And, you'll get pronunciation and you'll get into the flow. And I mean, we've done enough games. I mean, fucking A, we're almost at 4 million views. We've done like 1,700 videos plus since fucking 2017. So it's nothing new to us. I just need to be able to put in a little time, and I know it's going to work out. Deep 3, no good. But I got to do Kansas, and then I did Marquette and Creighton last night, the last 10 minutes of the second half. I know, but it was still like 2 ranked matchups, 10 and 19. And then we got the number 1 team, Houston, and I need to actually take a peek at Bama. I imagine they're beating the brakes off of South Carolina, and they're the number 2 team in the country. What is the score? Oh, wow, it's close. I should be watching this one. Maybe I did the wrong game. Maybe I should have did Alabama, South Carolina. Alabama is number 2 in the nation. They're 23-4, 13-1. They're playing South Carolina, who's dog shit, 10-17, and they're only up by 3 with 7 minutes left. Oh, that's the much better game. That's the much better game. All right, hold on here. Hold on. The crowd is chanting 69 because that's what fans do. All right, I'm going to try to watch this game on the ESPN free app. It's a little behind, but not really. And then I'm going to watch, okay. 70-68. It's got a little bit of a little slight delay, but not too much, so that way I can watch both. All right, because I mean, fucking A, dude, this is the whole point, trying to watch these games. All right, so now I got the Alabama game on that just went to commercial, and that way I don't miss out on that. All right, here we go. And now they're still on the other free throw. 69. These fucking crazy ass people. Houston, bunch of freaks out there. That's all they got to do. Be chanting the 69 at the game. Come on, be better. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, we tried to be, right? You can do it. I can do it. And Sarah got some, and Shep's got some. Just about educating each other, learning something new. And I, it's like when I get put on the spot for doing things, I know I can, be able to get something, knowledge wise from a lot of y'all. You guys are very intelligent, and I respect that. And like I said, we have a great group. Let's go. All right, here we go. Look at that quickly. So March 3rd, 2015, Delaware State's Kendall Gray. I'm not sure if I know a Kendall Gray. I remember a Kendall Gill from back in the day. 33 points and 30 rebounds against Coppin State in a 104-92 win. It was and remains the only 30-30 in Division I history. Wow. See, that's a good one. See, now if like you were on my payroll right now as like, one of the main people, yeah, you would definitely get a little bonus there, for something like that. That's a great one. You know what I mean? Not many people would go to that, as a stat, but that's the type of stuff that we like to know. And then, maybe that'll be something that I'm not sure if that will retain forever, but I'll definitely have that on the brain. Wow. And I didn't know that. So when you always know something new like that, and you would think 30 rebounds or 30 assists in any college basketball or NBA is tough. I remember Scott Skiles was going crazy, 20 to 30 assists back when I was a kid when he was on Orlando. But 30 rebounds, 33. What about Wilt Chamberlain though? Didn't Wilt Chamberlain, have like 20, 30, 40, 50 rebound games? I mean, the guy had 100 points, and I know I've seen him get, but that's like NBA. So maybe obviously on the college side was a little bit different, but as of 2015 and now, that is incredible. That's the only thing where my mind went. I'm like, okay, but what about Wilt? I was like, if I think of one guy that could actually get 30 rebounds, I mean, like Rodman, but I know it's tough, but what he did in NBA. I'm like, okay, who could have actually gotten the big number? The only one that I can think of getting 30 rebounds would be like Bill Russell or like Wilt Chamberlain. I don't even know if Kareem probably could do it too, but Wilt was just like, he was going against a bunch of people that were like 5'5", and they were like, orthodontists and fucking garbage men. I mean, they were like so much smaller than him and whatnot. But I love this. This is a good, clutch, fun fact. All right, so I got the game on 54-51 Bama, 7:17 left. Fuck, Bama better not lose to South Carolina. That makes them look like shit if they lose. South Carolina is 10-17. At least in this Tulane Green Wave, they're 17-10. Bro, you're 10-17 and you're only up by 3. That is not a good look for Bama right now. I wonder if Mike is watching this right now. Oh, Matt. Yes, he does. Yeah, you do. Like I said, everyone on the channel, if you're not a troll and we actually have a connection and a friendship and a vibe, you already know who the people are. We have a nice, good collective group. Yeah, and that's the thing. I always try to learn something new every day. So. Cash Up still being a bastard. 55-51 Alabama. Yeah, because the only way I can watch both is doing it this way. 70-48. And obviously, I know I have a little bit of I can actually click on the ESPN page. It's 73-51, but this is just what it's showing. That way I can at least watch both. But I mean, hell, if the game is 73-51, the motherfucker's over. So 55-54 Bama. Whoa. Fuck, if I knew it was going to be like that, I would have done the Bama game. You know what I mean? I don't think anyone really would have cared. Number 1 or number 2 team. It's not like people go out of their way right now to watch Houston or Alabama. But as we get closer to March Madness, I think people are going to be like, damn, I probably should have tuned in for at least a game this season to kind of see. Because, if you do a bracket blind, it's really hard to be able to get the winner. You got to be able to watch like a little to kind of get a gauge. But some people get extremely lucky. 73-51. That's what it shows here. 55-54 Bama. Little hook there from the Green Wave. Houston up by 20. Bama with the lay-in, 57-54. Trying to do both of these at the same time, but this Alabama game is crazy. Ooh, nice reverse layup from Bama. Or South Carolina, excuse me. Whoa. 57-56. Bama up by 1. Big 3 from Houston. Give me a fun fact here. There we go. Because I said I remember seeing something where he had 50. You know what I mean? It's like, but that was like NBA side. Like, fucking 100 points, 50 rebounds, 30 assists, fucking 25 block shots. It's like if you're going to do a creative player and you maxed him out on everything as a big man. That's what it would be. That's a good one. But obviously, trying to get 20, 30, 40, 50 rebounds in college would be very difficult. But based on Wilt Chamberlain's skill set and his size, nice pass. Okay. Houston is super unselfish. That's the number one thing that I can see. And I like that. But I want to see how they match up against really good Pac-12 teams, Arizona, UCLA, or match up against Bama, which I don't think that they would have a problem with. I think they would beat Bama. But I think Houston with like Kansas, that's what I would want to see in the championship, I think, as Houston and Kansas go toe-to-toe. Jawan Roberts, Jesus, my goodness. It's like the Lamar Odom. This guy is killing it. Ooh, big 3 from South Carolina. He says, eat it, baby. He's like, yum, 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 yum. 59-59. Bama and South Carolina are tied with 4:43 left. This game is 80-53. 82-53. All right, this one is over. So we're going to turn this down a little bit. I'm still going to keep eyes on it. All right, but fucking 82-53. This one's over. Let's take a peek at Bama's number 2 in the country. They're going against South Carolina, who's garbage, 10-17 record, 3-11 in the conference, and they are tied. So yeah, we're shifting over to that. 82-55 Houston. That one will be over here in a second. But wow, gosh, I picked the wrong one. South Carolina, deep 3. South Carolina takes the lead on number 2 Bama with 4 minutes to go. The crowd is going crazy. South Carolina Gamecocks are losing their minds. Javion Clowney is going crazy right now. All right, they're up by 3. And this would be sad if a 10-17 team beats the number 2 team in the nation. Alabama, deep 3, no good. And a foul by Alabama. All right, 84-58. God, Houston is fucking good. Okay, I just wanted to be able to see it with my own eyes. And Tulane is a 17-7 team, so it's not like some scrub team that they're beating the shit out of. Like Tulane will probably make the tourney. Wow, okay. Okay. Kind of good. Yeah, that is what number one. Jawan Roberts. Let's see what he's got for points. Damn, Jawan Roberts has got 26 points and 7 boards. Holy shit. 9 for 10 from the field, 8 for 9 from the free throw line. It's like a Lamar Odom clone. I love him. Heck yeah. All right, we're on commercials on both. Appreciate all y'all hanging out. Anything that you guys want to go over, sport wise for your favorite teams, NFL or, whatever it is, NBA, college hoops, wrestling. I haven't got a chance to watch any AEW. Sarah, have you been watching any AEW tonight or no? I have not watched anything, so I don't know. I mean, I've seen the card, but I haven't tuned in. I guess it's starting right now, but I'll watch it later tonight. I will watch it later tonight. All right, here we go. Shep is just going ham. He's like, hey, she's like, hey, Sarah and Caitlin aren't the only ones that can bring out the stats and give me that Waffle House information. My boy. Crazy one. March 18th, 1968, Wilt Chamberlain allegedly dropped a quintuple double unofficial with 53 points, 32 boards, 14 assists, 24 blocks, and 11 steals. I bet he did it. That wouldn't surprise me one bit, man. Guy was a monster. It'd be really cool too. Like once down the road, if I ever could get like established, it'd be cool to do like a side channel. Obviously you have your airport thing and I have things on here, that I got to do. But if we actually would like do good deeds and we could like have someone record us and we could like, do that, like go to places, and obviously like watch games and, go to events, but then also like, try to be able to, do the right thing and be able to show some love, you know what I mean? And not do it for the clout or anything like that, but just being able to show that, there are some good humans out there still. I mean, there's not a lot, it seems like, but there's some out there and you're one of them. 62-59, South Carolina, 10-17 record, 3-11 in the conference against Alabama. Crimson Tide. Normally, when they're number 2, we're talking college football, but we're talking college hoops. Men's 23-4 record, 13-1 in the conference, but now they are on the cusp of losing in the cockpit, is what they call it. Gamecocks in the cockpit. Okay. 84-58 Houston. That one's getting closer to being over. And then I can have my whole focus here on South Carolina. And they got the ball. There's 3:30 left. Columbia, South Carolina, and Colonial Life Arena is about to go fucking crazy. They probably would storm the court if they win, which I wouldn't blame them, but it is kind of silly. But this is kind of like their championship game, or conference championship type thing. Woo! Okay, fadeaway is good. South Carolina 64, Bama 59. We're covering Houston and Bama, number 1 and number 2. They're playing in 2 separate games. Obviously, we know right now Houston's up 84-58. It's over. 2 minutes left in that game and 50 seconds. This is about the same time period. Big 3 from Bama deep. Whoa, 64-62 Gamecocks. 2:50 left. So we obviously might as well switch over to the game that actually means something rather than a game that will be decided by probably 25 or more. South Carolina. Ooh, rejected by Bama. Get the fuck out of here. Dikembe Mutombo, his ass. No. 3 is no good. Over the back on Bama. He fucking Mutombo that shit. No. Oh, wow. 19 All-Star games, but never, well, because probably he never tried to ball hog it. You know what I mean? But it's like I don't even know if I can do All-Star stuff anymore. They said the ratings were so bad for the NBA side. It wasn't just like everyone complaining. It got worse ratings than the Pro Bowl. That's bad. You know what I mean? So NHL, NBA, and Pro Bowl, you can't even count it. They don't even do the game. But when you don't play a real game, you can't expect fans to get invested. And when the players aren't invested, it shows. And we're not invested. The only thing that's worth investing is the MLB All-Star Game and Home Run Derby. Anything else is child's play. It's not worth watching. It fucking kills my brain cells. I'd rather my brain cells die with the pre-rolls that I smoke than rather than fucking watching that. I know I can get views on it, but that's another part of the reason why the NBA was – I'm trying to, I'm trying. But when you hear all the former players and if Kobe was still alive, what he would say, he'd be fucking embarrassed. I mean, he's rolling in his grave in heaven, looking down and saying, this is what I left the NBA to? I mean, it's shameful, man. It was Dame won the 3, which was cool, and Mac McClung killed it. But besides that, overall, it was a horrible product. I don't think that's a lie one bit. And let's be honest, not a lot of people give a shit about Mac McClung or Dame Dalla in those events either. Hook shot, no good. South Carolina is still up by 2. Bama brings the ball up the court. They are down by 2. 3 in the corner, no good. Offensive rebound by Bama, and timeout called. Minute 31 left. This is a good one. All the fun facts are coming out. Mike Ditka, a great one. He never really gets mentioned in the top 5 just because he's so old. But if you go back and watch Mike Ditka footage, he was we know him as the Yeller coach and the whole Ricky Williams thing where they gave up all the draft picks and he wore the dreads and, they did all that. But go back and look at Mike Ditka on like YouTube. If you go back and watch if they, black and white or, the grainy shit, he was pretty fucking special for back in that time period for sure. Yeah, I don't think so either. Certain records will not be broken. Cal Ripken, there's certain things that, consecutive games and certain stats. Nolan Ryan, 5,000 Ks, 7 no-hitters. No one's breaking that shit either. (64-63) South Carolina with 1:24 to go. Watching both games right now. We already know the other one is pretty much over. 85-58. So, bank shot, no good. Ooh. South Carolina missed out on a golden opportunity to go up by 3. Bama for 3, wide open, no good. Offensive board, go up. Yes, there we go. 65-64 Bama, 59 seconds left. And then it looks like we still got plenty of time for the other game. It'll still be going. At least I got a chance to be smart and watch the end and not be an idiot. Foul. South Carolina going to the line down by 1 against the number 2 team in the country. Yeah, it's crazy. That's why a lot of the awards, it's just, I don't know. The awards to me are kind of a joke. It's a popularity contest. And also they get it wrong so often. With no matter what sport, NHL, NBA, MLB, NFL, like we think this guy is going to get it and then he doesn't, Well, as we know, Pro Bowl shit don't matter. All pro. That's the one that matters. 85-58 Houston. And then we got 65-64. Nice free throw by South Carolina. We're knotted up at 65 with 46 seconds left. Will Bama go down or will they squeak out this win? Says I need Jalen Cook with 1 more assist. Probably something on the betting side for Fernando. Ooh, 186. Oh, and it's good. 66-65, South Carolina. 43 seconds left and counting. Can Bama step up and irk out this win against this horrible South Carolina team that's 10-7? Oh, big block. Wow, that block by South Carolina looked clean. Oh, I don't know. A little body, but Oh, barely. No, I wouldn't call that a foul. That's a bad call. Give him the block. Wow. And he fouled out. Brutal. Hayden Brown for South Carolina is fouled out with 4 points, and that was a clean block, too. Yeah, 15.5 was for Tulane on the wire through Vegas line. Obviously, Houston winning by 15.5 or more. Yeah, you guys are going back and forth. All the fun facts. $87.58 with a minute and some change left. 66-65 South Carolina. Bama at the line. First free throw. Oh, no good. Uh-oh. Bama might lose this. I don't want Mike to get sad. Man, I mean, it's one thing to have Bama football lose, but I mean, I don't know if anyone anticipated Bama basketball being this good. But you know what? I mean, you're going to go down and slide pretty far. Not like far, but you'll slide if you lose here. It's tied up 66-66, full court press by Bama. 30 seconds to go. It happens, bro. It happens. 66-66. We're knotted up. South Carolina jumper. Top of the key is good. It's good. Oh, the Gamecocks are going crazy. Javion Clowney throwing his helmet, fucking spearing everybody. Oh, 68-66. Timeout. Bama. And then Houston is up now 88-58. They're up by 30. Now, they are the real number one team. They're better than Alabama, but I think that the best teams, I got to watch a little more. You know, I did Kansas, I did Creighton and Marquette last night, and then I did this game. Houston and Kansas, to me, are the two best in the country. I mean, I know Bama's two, and they're very, very good, but I think if it was Bama, Kansas, I'm going with Kansas because of Bill Self. You know, and then they won last year, and I know it's hard to win back-to-back, but if I had to choose, like if they ended up matching up, I think I would go Kansas. But Bama does have good players. I mean, they're not a shitty team. They're 23-4. They're number 2 in the nation. But if you lose to a 10-17 team in South Carolina, that looks terrible on the resume. Hey, spreading the knowledge. All the knowledge. We're at 100. Let's get to 2. And hopefully the Cash App stuff will go through. It's weird that it's being like that. Preston's just messaging me. I don't know what it is in the air, but like when you don't talk to someone for a while and then you just kind of have a feeling that you're going to check up on someone or they're going to reach out. And I was actually thinking about messaging him today, and then all of a sudden, boom, there it is. It's kind of funny how that works out. You don't talk for a couple weeks, and then both on the same day, you kind of feel like reaching out to that person. Weird how that is. 89-59 Houston. This one's almost over. Down just a few seconds left. Yeah, Tulane. Jump ball. Final 89-59. Houston wins. Now we can focus totally here on this matchup. Final 89. 7 seconds left. Bama, layup is good. It's good. We're tied at 68. 4 seconds left. South Carolina up at the top of the key. Long three and is airballed overtime. Wow. Okay. I should have did the Bama game. But, I wanted to give Houston a little love. I did Kansas, then I did Marquette, and I did Creighton last night. And I was like, okay, it's either going to be this game or the Bama. And I knew I was going to watch both, but I just didn't think Bama would struggle against a team this bad. I mean, the score should be similar to what Houston did, or if it's not going to be like that, they should have been up by at least 10. So obviously the defense wasn't very good today for them, but now we're going to watch the end of this matchup, and then we'll go from there. All the fun facts. Yeah. Jameson's back in the building. Yeah. It's kind of crazy though. Like I enjoy normally college hoops even more than the NBA, and I just don't do it. Maybe this is like a hidden calling. You know what I mean? Of course, it takes time to be able to build up an audience, and I already know it's a niche market like NHL and NASCAR. But I mean, if you can get in at the right time with like March Madness and certain things, and maybe even before, so people recognize you for doing it, and if you're one of the only people that actually, you know, does college hoops and does a good job on it, then I mean, the presentation for us is going to be better than anyone else. And then you're going to be able to get awesome photos. And I'm loving the transparent UH there. I found that. And I was like, I'm going to try to find more. And it always looks cleaner, in the broadcast instead of having a circle behind it, or like I'll show you. So like we could have went, I was going to go something like this, right? But it doesn't look good. If I could just get the NCAA circle, it's still not my favorite, right? But then sometimes you got to be able to find the stuff that just it blends into like my broadcast, and what a night and day difference, you know what I mean? And I'm always trying to, go above and beyond and give you guys something above and beyond on every stream I do. Every stream will be different. Yeah, some backgrounds will be used, like the NBA studio, the NFL studio, but I still will make little subtle, changes with it. All right, we got 5 minutes left. Overtime. Tied up, South Carolina and Bama. Bama 23-4. 13-1 in the conference, number 2 in the world, versus South Carolina, who's absolute dog shit, 10-17, 10 wins, 17 losses, 3-11 in the conference. But South Carolina is at home, and their crowd is ready to explode. Top of the key. No good. I can't wait to take Paisley out in the snow today out here, too. I love your guys' fun facts. Fun facts for everyone. If I was rich, you guys would all be on the payroll. That would be like the ultimate too, just being able to get the YouTube studio up and help other people make their dreams come true, get the Northwest Sports Fanatics Bar and Grill going, and then being able to take care of people so they don't have to work their regular job ever again. They can just hang out with me all day in the studio, or just, help people out with streaming stuff, green screen, or picking up a phone, or just hanging out. That's the dream. Just like with like rappers and singers when they're in the studio. I mean, shit, I can be in the studio 12 hours a day. I mean, some people are just bred to be in the studio, whether it's for rapping or recording for whatever. 68-68. We're knotted up with 4:06 left in OT, baby. Oh yeah. You know what's crazy? I get better views on Twitter than I do on YouTube here. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. Like I had under 200, I think, on the YouTube. I go to Twitter, right? And I'm like, there's no way this college hoops is going to be that good. Bro, the last, like I said, okay, let's take a look. I did the Kansas game, right? In TCU, 180. Normally I get like 30 to like 50, when I'm doing like NFL or whatever. I was like, bro, 180? I was like, okay. And then I did 10 minutes left of Marquette and Creighton, 214. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, well, so, even if people only stop by and they can't comment and they can't donate, but they can watch. And I'm one of the only people on Twitter, like as a platform, that actually does their show live. I haven't seen anyone else that does it. I mean, I've seen other people that'll have like little snippets, like 5-minute or 2-minute, 1-minute previews, but it's typically not a 3, 4, or 5 hour stream that you can catch every day like a show. And obviously being verified on Twitter helps too. That'll help gain some credibility, even though we know we are the real deal. And then obviously I don't really care about Facebook and Instagram, but just YouTube and Twitter. If I can get verified on both, sections, that would be good. But even if I can't get YouTube verified for a while, I don't care. As long as I got the blue check mark on the Twitter, that's definitely going to help. And those are my 2 favorite platforms to use anyways, YouTube and Twitter. So that's what's the most important. 70-68. Nice free throws by South Carolina, the Gamecocks. 3:40 left. If you guys want to watch this as well, it is on ESPN2, which is 574 on my cable on HD. But for you guys, it'll be totally different. But maybe I can actually grow it, based off like something that I would think that no one would really follow. So, oh yeah. Well, that'd be, you're the guy that's got the good heart, and we're going to be able to make. I mean, I guarantee if we ended up making videos together, I know people would watch. You know what I mean? It's like, having a good dynamic, with people that are from different parts of the country, different culture, but big hearts, and always trying to help. I always wanted to be able to do stuff like locally here to like, help people like kids, with like cleats and like basketballs and shit like that. That's something that we easily could do, Okay. What? What? Oh, it did? Okay. Just be careful. Okay. Dusting. 70-70. Free throw is airballed. Yeah. But that was just kind of weird because I thought like the views would like combine into like a total amount, but apparently it's separate. But it's going to be kind of crazy if I end up getting more views on Twitter than I do on YouTube. But it just shows you either certain platforms will help you and certain ones are against you. You know what I mean? So it'd be really fucking hilarious if I end up getting like discovered and it's on Twitter, for me doing the broadcast linked from YouTube to YouTube and Twitter, right? And if I end up getting discovered like from whoever, on Twitter rather than YouTube. It wouldn't surprise me, actually. I mean, I do put out content almost every day, so. And I am showing people something that they haven't seen. So if they're not on YouTube and they're on Twitter, they're like, what the fuck is this? But they won't really get to know us or me unless they actually show up. You can watch, but until you're like in the room, it's different. He said, you better watch or else. Big flush by Bama. 74-70. They're starting to pull away. But I love doing, college hoops and March Madness. It's just that it's hard for me to get into in the regular season. But if if NBA is slow or if I have this thing where I'm just like, fuck the NBA, and XFL is not going to be around all the time, right? But it gives me unlimited possibilities. That's one thing about being a content creator for me. I have unlimited options for content. Like there's nothing that I can't really do. So there's no excuse of not really grinding. There's always going to be something on. Yeah, it might not appeal to everyone, but if you're a fan of me or a fan of the people in the room, it's not going to matter what the fuck I do. I could do the pillow fighting championships, in that league, and people would show up. And apparently that's a league now with the pillow fighting championship league where they pillow fight in a fucking ring like a wrestling ring. It's like that bitch slapping thing that they do too. Professional bitch slap where they slap each other on the face as hard as they can and try to injure each other. I don't know what's wrong with people nowadays, but I guess they're just bored as fuck, huh? They should do the pre-roll championships. I would be in it. They just like watching me smoke as many pre-rolls as possible. I'd be good at it too. Oh, nice bounce and in. South Carolina hanging tough. We're tied 74-74. 55 seconds left in OT. OT. Okay, baby. Hell, you the bounty hunter. But you ain't the big dog. The big dog. Mad dog. He said John Wick. Ooh, floater by Bama is good. 76-74. All right, we have 35 seconds left. Will this go to double OT? I wish I would have done. I don't know. I think either one would have gotten similar views, but yeah, I had no idea that this was going to be so close. Oh, bro. Yes. There's Gordon Ramsay shit that's on right now where they do the different levels in the kitchen, and you got the black chef, the lady that's in it, which is Gordon's friend, who's like a obviously Michelin star chef, and then they got that other white dude with the hair, and he's almost famous as well, and they do the different levels. But anything food related, and then obviously they went through the different hosts with that, Adam Richmond, and then they went with the other guy. The bounty hunter, big bad dog, mad dog, big dog. Yeah, but I even though I can't get a lot of the stuff on the Food Network, if I can get Gordon Ramsay or Guy Fieri, if I can watch certain things like diners, drive-ins, and dives, even the old ones. Shit. Sometimes I get in it's hard to watch those shows when you're hungry because then whatever you're watching is going to be worse than what you have at the house. Maybe what you order will be close, but you kind of have to watch that when you're not hungry. But most of the time people watch it when they are. But those are good. And every once in a while you'll get like a Guy Fieri special that's like new. Like he did one a couple months ago where he traveled with his friends and family and they did like little competitions, but then they went and they did up, California, Oregon, Washington and back. And they had a few episodes and it was awesome. So they got to meet up with a few. They met up with Belushi. He's got like some kind of weed farm here in Oregon. They went there and they did like ribs and they showed him around. I mean, that's crazy, man. There's a lot of people, like celebrity people, that you wouldn't think that live in Oregon but do. I mean, low key, especially if you got property. And I think with him, he lives in like southern or eastern Oregon, so he's way the fuck out there. And it's like it's more like open area, lakes and farmland and everything. But that's where he's at, with his property. He's just kind of like in like a area called Bend. It's not Bend, but Bend is where like a lot of retired people go, and it's a really beautiful community. Lots of things to do outside. I had one of my friends get in a car wreck and almost died, and then he ended up investing in a house in Bend, and he still lives there to this day. His name's Jamie, big HBK fan, Shawn Michaels. And when we did backyard wrestling, like we would have like 10 or 15 people in it, and I'd be jumping off roofs, jumping off trampolines. Good times back in the day. I haven't seen him in a long time though. 76-74, Bama up by 2. Hotel nightmares. Kitchen nightmares. Oh, yeah? That's crazy. Like at a gas station or something? Bar rescue, that motherfucker is crazy. But he has to be crazy because you get, nice layup by South Carolina. 76-76 all. Because if he doesn't yell at them, they don't listen. They're all cocky and shit, thinking their shit is good. He's like, what is this, roaches? And then the owner's like, I don't know. You know what I mean? He's like, everything's fine here. The food is spoiled and shit. He's like, I don't know, man. Like you get those people that fucking get all like cocky and they start to argue with them. I'm like, the last thing you should do is argue with that motherfucker. Layup is good. Oh, Alabama just won. Alabama looks like they just won with a layup with 0.8. Wow. It's like Gordon Ramsay or Simon Cowell from American Idol back in the day. If they had a baby and then they had that guy. Yeah, I mean, that guy is fucking intense. But that's what makes the show good, of him screaming and talking shit. But eventually, they have to, it's tough love, and he wants them to succeed. And a lot of times he does turn the shit around. And they should be more grateful. And I know some of them are. And I imagine some, after the show is over, went back to their bad habits eventually, 6 months to a year maybe, and he's not there anymore. Maybe some shit happens again. But I would assume some of them have, turned it around, and hopefully turned it around for the better, though. Oh, definitely it does. But it also kind of makes you think of like how nasty some of the fucking places are with their food and their drink and the sanitation and stuff. It's like, you see some pretty like not really pleasing things on there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, oh, I was like, dude, when's a fryer been changed? Like, does anyone clean back there? They're like, oh, there's shit in the water. It's like, why are you serving it then? Like, dude, he gets crazy. And you can definitely tell some of the people that work there are fucking stupid too. They got some smart people that work at the establishment, but you can definitely tell, like the drunks or the dumbasses that absolutely, and a lot of times it ends up being the fucking owners that are the idiot ones, the dumb ones. 78-76 with 0.9 left. So this one more than likely will be over unless South Carolina can hit a prayer. I still got 2 of those donos pending from Sarah and Cyberpunk. I don't know what's going on, but I hope it works at some point. Yeah. I mean, when you see people that are just like, it's like, I don't know, your hands are clean, what you're touching, your body, you're scratching, are your fingernails clean? You know what I mean? They're touching like, food, and, they try to act like every place, it has gloves, and they do, but you goddamn well know across America, that ain't how it flies. You know what I mean? It's like, if you've seen the movie Waiting, with Justin Long, and, they go about like the restaurant and like how it works and whatnot and what people do. I mean, that's a good movie to watch if you guys haven't seen it in a while. You can't eat everybody's food. That's true. That's true. But Waiting is really the only movie that gave you Dane Cook and Justin Long. Like, you get to see how crazy people get, in there as waitresses and servers and cooks. And, if they feel they're getting disrespected, yeah, maybe something might happen, That's why I always make sure I tip and I'm nice. You never want to be rude with people that are handling your food. And you can be like, well, they're not going to do anything. My ass. Dude, people are fucking petty and you piss people off. Not everyone will do it because they don't want to get fired or sued or in trouble. But you best believe there's people that do fucked up, like things back there, especially if you're one of those asshole people. That's facts. It might not be to the degree like in the Waiting movie when they're like spitting and hair and other things, but you know that shit exists too with the Karens and Kyles being wild crazy. All right, 78-76. All right, we're almost done here, and then once we're done here, and then we'll hang out for a little bit, and then we'll and then I'll probably go see. I think the snow stopped or whatever, but I'll probably just hang out with Paisley and do some reading, and then we'll be back at it tomorrow. So, but we'll probably go for another 45 minutes, something like that. 15 to 45. Oh, the buzzer went off before the shot even went out. Someone got the itchy trigger finger. They fucking before even way too early. Now they have to redo it now. Don't be an idiot. Oh yeah, old school stuff is so good, bro. Another timeout. They're stretching this shit out. Yeah, so like I said, we'll go anywhere between 15 to 45 minutes, and we'll just be able to, because like I said, I know Sarah's got to wake up early, and we got to a good number, even though it hasn't fully processed, but we hit the goal. So we just want to make sure that, if we stick around, if people show up, but I just want to make sure I get a little time, and I got to go peep the snow. I don't think it's going to stick yet, but yeah, from 6 p.m. to 4 to 6 a.m. It's supposed to be like winter advisory, but I already got plenty of pre-rolls and Snapple and Gatorade and food, and I guess the GF there went wild and spent like $200 on groceries. So, and I got some expensive ass bacon I was going to get into, like that expensive bacon that has a Ziploc on the top. Every bacon should have Ziploc top. If it doesn't have why would you cut it? What if you don't want to eat the whole thing? The expensive bacon does. The smoked hickory, applewood, fucking deliciousness. That's the shit I try to get. And normally it's like 15 to 20 bucks for like a little stack. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you, if you get it on sale like I did, so good. I think I got $17 bacon for like $8 with the sale that they had. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing this. And it's not like about to expire or anything because, that's what they do sometimes too. Oh, almost hit the rim in and out. It almost went in. And that's the final. Alabama 78, South Carolina 76 in overtime. They survive. Wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And like I said, it's been tough. Like I said, if we have the heavy hitters like you or Cyber and some of the others, then we're good. But if no goats show up, then it gets tough. Then you're sitting at probably like 50 or less and stuff. So, yeah. But it's always feels good, to be able to, especially being able to take care of my mom and being able to take care of her with her eye and everything and being able to spend some time with you guys. And so you can only have so many bad streams in a row before it starts to affect you. But we got some good people here and I appreciate you guys. All right. So I'll kind of leave it up to you guys on how you guys are feeling. If we want to just end it here in 12 minutes, I'm cool with that. If you guys want to go into the 3 hour and 30-minute mark, I'm cool with that. Whatever you guys want. I'm going to actually go check up on Paisley here in a second and let me know what you guys want to do. And we'll go, if we want to do food here for the last 12 minutes to half hour, we can do that. Bro. And I wasn't even lying, bro. It was like, 10, 13, maybe like 25. I mean, it's like if you got 3 streams for like 12 hours and you're at $40 total. And then after YouTube takes their cut, it's like, what, 20 in a month? And for like 3 days of work, that sucks. You know what I mean? But, I mean, that's just the bottom line. I mean, because Stone Cold said so. No one wants to, I'm trying to be able to get, hopefully with all the hard work that I put in, about 20 to 25 an hour. I don't think, because that's what I would be making if I had a regular job. But again, you have to have the right people. I don't get promoted. I don't get notifications, out. So it's like we have a limited group, and I understand that, you know what I mean? But hopefully that'll change. At least we're getting a little traction on Twitter and whatnot. But if people are watching me on Twitter and then, they're not coming over to the YouTube side, then I'm missing out. I'm still getting noticed, but it's like you want to be able to get, those people to come over and, to join in the chat and maybe sub and possibly donate. Now, if they had a button to be able to sub to the YouTube on the Twitter, Elon, then that would be cool. But yeah, but that hurt. I think the total was 13. So after YouTube 7, that's good, right? 3-4 hours of work for $7 in a month. I can definitely pay the bills then. Appreciate you. All right, let's do some fucking food, y'all. Yeah. And not everyone's financial situation is the same. So if people are, have a limited budget, I don't expect those people to go crazy and drop a 50 or 100. You know what I mean? And I also don't expect the people that normally do 50 to 1,300 to be here every day either. But you just pray and hope with the sports gods that you can get the right amount of people in each day to have a successful opportunity. The streams are always good. It's just that sometimes you wish that maybe there would be more people and maybe the donos could be higher. But again, every day is a different day. And that's what makes, YouTube special, but also stressful. So.
This performance in this game. You're watching this and you realize everything that's transpired in the last
Yeah.
48 hours since we got the news yesterday afternoon. But from a pure basketball perspective,
yeah, anyone that's, like I said, it's like you don't want to be going 3-4 hours for $10, $12, $20, especially when we hit 200 every day for 6 months. So it's kind of like a big slap in the face. Like I got fucking uppercutted by Tyson in his prime. It's like, and I didn't expect it to necessarily continue forever, but to go from, 200 every day for 6 months to, pulling teeth. And sometimes like, you don't even know if you're going to be able to do this full time anymore. It's not a good feeling. But as long as I got people like Shep and, Odin's son and a lot of y'all, that are here and Cyberpunk and Ollie and everyone, and maybe we can get Mr. Williams in the building. I messaged him a couple times. He hasn't messaged me back. I imagine he's incredibly busy, but that's one person that I haven't heard from. Would be cool to have him stop by regardless if he could donate or not. But I've messaged him twice and I haven't got a response twice, which is kind of weird, but I imagine he's working a lot because that's what he does. So too much of the scissor, sipping on the scissor. All right. What are we doing here for the last couple minutes? What kind of food do we want to do? Oh, they got 30 for 30 fly slamma jamma with Drexler and Olajuwon. Oh, maybe I'll watch that while we're just chilling here for a couple minutes. Pro volleyball tour. NFL total access. And then at 9:00, Chargers and Jags from the wild card. Oh, that's one of the games of the year, of course. So candied bacon. I need to do that. Peanut butter bacon.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I need an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old, but I am a camping influencer.
Has there been anything on social media that's been trending, like on Twitter, that is talking about a Cash App being down? Because I imagine people are talking about it. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Yes, I do. I'm a big milkshake person too. I don't think I'm lactose intolerant or anything like that, but strawberry milkshake is my favorite. But I definitely could do a good chocolate or vanilla one too. It doesn't matter, but I prefer strawberry milkshake. That's my favorite though. Ooh, look at that. Spicy candied bacon. Bacon. Brown sugar candied bacon.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here. I can only hope that we'll be able to.
That looks good. Even Marcus Sasser's like, damn, that is good. Damn right it is. Mother sucker. Oh, this looks good. Candied bacon crackers where they cut them up. Oh, look at this, Shep. Oh my God. This looks good. I could definitely snack on these. Oh my God. Look at this shit. Ooh.
Protect your legacy. Plan for natural disasters today. Visit ready.gov/plan.
For businesses of all sizes, there are a lot of choices when it comes to your internet and technology needs. When you choose Comcast Business Internet, you choose the largest, fastest, reliable network. You choose advanced security for total peace of mind. And you choose a next-generation 10G network that's always improving, getting faster, more reliable, and more intelligent to keep you ready for today and tomorrow. The choice is clear. Make your business future-ready with the network from the most innovative company, Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Saturday, the best of HBCU football square off in New Orleans.
Oh, cookies and cream. Corned beef hash with eggs. Yeah, we'll get a few things in here as we go here for just a few more minutes. Oh, this one is spicy pina colada candied bacon. Get the fuck out of here. I don't know what Shep comes up with these amazing things, and then I end up finding these insane pictures. That was a good choice, bro. I've got more good pictures here in like 3 or 4 than shit. Damn, that looks good. Got a breakfast spot in Atlanta where it's a burger, but instead of the buns, it's honey maple waffles instead of regular buns. Or they have it like where it's like donuts on the top and it's like sweet and savory. Oh my God, yeah. That sounds incredible. Honey maple waffle instead of the bun. That sounds incredible. Sweet and savory. That's a great combo. Piety candied bacon with cheese. I don't know what the fuck this is, but I don't know if it'll show me a photo. Piety. Beep, 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 beep. Brown sugar peppered bacon. This one looks good too. All the bacon options are just insane right here, dude. And I got some really good bacon, the Applewood shit. Like, I'm thinking maybe after I'm done, I'll cook some up. It's like a stress reliever for me too, and I can smell. You know, just having the smoke and just being able to smell the ingredients. I don't know. Being in the kitchen is always good.
He can play outside linebacker in a 3-4. He can also play the Leo, which is kind of the designated passer in this Seahawks defense. And then, too, when you look at this defense, to me, you got to do something about this safety position. You got to get flexible at the safety position. So, for me, I'm going to go for right here.
Okay, 3 hours ago. Okay, thank you. I saw that. So, yeah, they're investigating it. So, like I said, it's there. And then it went through. It's pending. And so, we just have to wait for it to cycle through. So, oh, bro, they don't make it anymore, do they? Right? It's gone. The Choco Taco. That's like one of the brands. What you know about the Klondike? Choco Taco. Choco Taco. Damn. Got to get in that time machine, man. Got to. Be like, all right, fucking get in. Caca! It's funny too, because like I ended up getting like the Haagen-Dazs, and I had one left, and I hid it inside like an old ice cream thing, and then the girlfriend was trying to like throw it away, and because she got all these groceries and thought it was like old, but I I caught it in time, so that way I could get it out. But some of those Haagen-Dazs ones with the coffee caramel crunch toffee, oh my God, it's like kind of like coffee almond ice cream with the chocolate and almonds. Oh my God, it's incredible. Like I would pay $5 or $10 for just one of those things, but you get a box of 3 for like $6. But easily, it's like the taste and how it makes you feel. It's like they're definitely worth like $5 each. They're nice. Nothing is the same, bro. Nothing. Yeah. The way that they tasted and the ingredients, even like Burger King, like I was talking about with the commercials and whatnot, right? Like the Whopper used to be 99 cents and twice as big as it is now. Strawberry shake was amazing, right? And then they had the onion rings that were big and crispy and fresh, and you could get like Whopper was 99 cents. Like you could get everything for like $3-4. That's the Burger King I want to go back to, Yeah, I already know that. The talk to the tick. Yeah, I'll never be on there. Hell no. I know there's opportunities to grow, on there and whatnot, but I'm just not about what that app promotes. People just dancing around and trying to, sell their bodies and their faces and whatnot, and then just a bunch of corny shit. I know there's some good stuff on there, and there's some good creators that do things, based off their experiences, whether they're truckers or they got good cooking things and stuff. But I don't know. A lot of the app is just, kind of garbage to me. Like I said, I don't even really like Instagram or Facebook that much. Like for me, it's Twitter and YouTube, and that's it. Those are really the only ones I truly enjoy. So, Boston cream roll. That sounds good too.
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that I would never be able to get over it and that my kids wouldn't have a father. I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. For the longest time, fear held me back from ultimately being who I wanted to. I had to become a better man to be a better father.
Oh, damn.
To me that my kids are empowered to truly believe that
You guys are getting me fucking hungry now. Oh, dude. I can almost taste it. Like, when you just look at the filling and, you have those memories of those certain things.
Don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Every Sunday you watch us, but just so you know, we see you too. We see you. Moms look for a safe place to raise their kids.
We see you. The heroes who risk their lives to protect ours.
We see you in the hospitals and cancer wards. We see you because your challenges are our challenges.
I give you I don't want to be Jackson Mahomes. I don't want to be someone that's fake and annoying. I would be ashamed of myself. You know what I mean? Just to be like, I'm going to ride off my coattails off my brother and act that way. I mean, never. I would be, like I said, I wouldn't even be able to look myself in the mirror acting that way. But I guess sometimes, when people get rich or they have a family member rich, then they think they can just act a fool all the time. I mean, that's the only downside with the Chiefs is Jackson Mahomes. Other than that, everything else is good. PB rounds. They had that peanut butter like cookie candy bar back in the day. I can't remember the name of it, but I actually saw a picture of it and a commercial from like the 80s, 90s. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't remember. PB something. I can't remember the exact name of it, but it was peanut butter, like cookie candy, type of sandwich cookie thing. It was like hard to explain, but it was something that you could find in the candy aisle and whatnot. And chocolate, peanut butter, and some other delicious goodness. But yeah, so good. So good. I didn't even know you were still here, bro. That's funny. Anything else that you guys want to look at here before we dip out of here, since Cash App is being a nutsack? And I mean, I know it'll end up, clearing through. And we got to the goal with Sarah and Cyberpunk and Shep yesterday. So I thank you guys to the fullest. Kudos were good. Cookies and cream kudos. I mean, I got my mom would get all the kudos. So I tried all of them and I love them. They were always in my lunch every day. Oh, so good. Damn, this is a trip. Like when you actually see them too. The fuck out of here. This is just crazy. Kudos. Thingamajigs. Whatchamacallits. Remember that motherfucking shit? Dunkaroos. Squeeze-its. Oh my God. Fuck out of here.
A starter. So you have to show the value. When the team is looking at you, they're going to say, what value do you bring to this team if you're not covering Justin Jefferson? If you're not covering
PB Max. That's it. I can taste that thing. PB Max. That's it. Holy shit. I love that back in the day. And obviously that's not in existence anymore. I haven't had one of those, and fuck, I mean, however long ago they ended them, but and then here, this is a flash in the oh my God. If we could just go back in time, man. Why did they stop making them? Fuck, they were good. PB Max. Holy shit. And once you had one, you'll remember it forever. Oh my God.
He's opposing his will, that equals the bad news to you. That's going to be a long day. And he is also a guy who he's big.
So you can get like the big pack of them or individual. Most people remember the individual package. They don't remember the combo pack like this. But most people remember it like the regular, just with the white wrapper.
These combine guys who are participating, you're auditioning for a job, but you're also showing, are you teachable, are you coachable, and how flexible.
Oh my God, discontinued candy. Jeez Louise. This motherfucker. Remember having one of these for the very first time, and I like lost my mind. I was like, damn, these are good. Oh my God. PB Max. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So good. And like I said, you either know what they tasted like or you don't. You know what I mean? Because it's like they had that window. But that was actually like one that should still be sold today, in my opinion. Oh my God. Blast from the past, dude. I mean, if you're a peanut butter fan, you can still do like Reese's and stuff, but it's not the same as the PB Max. So, man, what a day, man. What a day. Well, like I said, anything else that you guys, I think I'm going to try to make some dinner because I'm extremely hungry and I haven't ate anything in like 5 hours. And I want to take a look at Paisley. The stuff on the Cash App side is still pending, but Sarah with 8, Cyber with 92. We got to the goal. We got amazing people in the room. I'll go through the photos here one last time, and I think we'll just call it. And then unless you guys have anything specific that you guys want to see, and then I'll be back tomorrow. You know, we're having a snow winter advisory warning, so I definitely want to be able to take Paisley out there. I'm not really sure if there's snow on the ground or if it melted because I have the window closed. But I need to make some bacon, or I got to look in the fridge. There's food in there to eat, so I need to make myself something and then do some reading, and then I'll be back tomorrow. So let's go through the photos here one last time. And ooh, the cream savers. Oh, those were good with the orange ones. The orange ones. Oh, man. Final score, 89-59. Houston wins by 30. They were 15.5-point favorites on the Vegas line. Are they the best team in the country? You bet your ass they are. I think Bama and Kansas are good. I think Kansas could match up really well, but Houston has the most depth out of any team that I've seen. Kansas has got 3 solid players. Houston's got like 5. So maybe this is the year, you know, and Jalen Cook was the main guy for them, but you know, he had 23, but he started off with like 2 in the first half, and they just don't have anyone besides him. So that's the problem. But the man of the day was Lamar Odom clone, Jawan Roberts, 26 points. And then Sasser, right? He's the main guy who averages about 16. He's the best player on the team, 22. So, and then you have guys with 9, 13, and 10 in the starting lineup. So if the starting lineup for Houston can get 9, 26, 13, 10, and 22, who do you think they're going to lose to? Not very many fucking teams, maybe Kansas, and that's it. You know, unless someone gets the best of them. But, okay. And that's why I wanted to see it with my own eyes before we get to the tourney, you know. Of course, I would love to be looking at spicy candied bacon for the rest of my life, but, man, so good. All right, let's go through these photos here real quick. And again, if there's anything that Cyberpunk or Sarah, Shep, any of you guys want to see here before I go, just let me know. And then I'll be able to do a little bit, and then we'll call it a day. And then, like I said, that'll give Sarah some time to kind of check out a little bit early, and I'll be able to spend time with Paisley and eat because I'm starving, and then we'll be back tomorrow. Ooh, that looks good. Candied bacon cracker. That looks delicious. Fucking, I just love bacon. It's like Chief with fries. He just loves fries. Doesn't matter where they're from. Sometimes he'll just randomly send me fries. Like if or somewhere good to eat. So, oh my God. Kudos, Choco Taco, PB Max. Most people didn't buy it like this. Most people went to the store and bought it like that. Oh man, what I would do for a PB Max right now, like that wasn't spoiled or rotten. So good. Oh my gosh, yes. All right, let me see here. All right, now I got to take down the logo. Take down the banner. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys tremendously. I'll get more photos for you, Sarah, Shep, and Matt, and Cyberpunk. We'll go down memory lane a little bit longer. When we go through, I don't really know. It's either going to be Blazers, Kings, Lakers, Warriors, or we're going to do XFL tomorrow. We'll probably do a poll. No one will pick Blazers. Some people will pick Lakers, Warriors, and I imagine a majority will pick the XFL game that is tomorrow. So more than likely that will be the primary, and then we'll go from there. But I'll do a poll in the morning, and then we'll go from there. So I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. You guys are the fucking best. I've got the Chargers and Jags in the wild card game. I might peep a little bit of this. I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys. I love being able to get in the DeLorean and go back in time as well. You guys are the fucking best. I appreciate you. Thank you to everyone that donated, everyone that supported and shared on Twitter. And then hopefully everything works out on the Cash App side. And I'll message Sarah and as well as Cyberpunk. I love you guys and I appreciate you guys. Shep, you know it. You know it, buddy. And I'll be back tomorrow. I got one question for you. Who talk sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics. And I'm out. Gang.